I can't do a New York
Here we go.
accent, but
Here we go. Here we go. We are live. We are live. Hello. Hello. Welcome to uh I guess we can just call this I guess we could just call this the contract show. And I don't know how this show's going to turn out, guys. As you see, there's only 4 of us here. The contract disputes have really kind of tore us apart.
The others got the pink slips.
So it's, I don't know. We'll just have to play it by ear and see. Hopefully tonight we can come to some sort of agreement with Orc. Orc, I'm glad to see that you're here. Sans representation. I'm happy that you're actually here. The last couple of times we had these meetings, you sent a proxy.
If you only knew how much it took to get him here tonight.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you right now, he had to give me the good end of the contract, try to nickel and dime my ass, and he had to probably send me like 40 Blu-rays, just think. So,
few coupons from McDonald's,
yeah, all that stuff. I mean,
I just thought your demands of 3 McGriddles a day, was a little much. Considering how much you were being paid, your contract, you could afford those on your own.
Well, they do have the thing on TV, like 2 for $4 for some egg cheese sandwich thing. So you got 2 for $4 at work.
Like what real talk though for a moment, Jay, can I get a real talk?
That's a real talk.
Like, we all live in pretty cool locations, but man, you look at some of the shit, and yeah, you could get your ass blown away in a drive-by, but you look at all the stuff that like these big city has, like Uber Eats and like Uber, like in Austin, Texas, and LA, and like Seattle and shit. Oh my God! Like Kevin Smith doesn't even go to the grocery store. He just has like $500 of groceries just delivered to him. He just like tips the guy and walks off. But like, you can get food delivered. You can take Ubers everywhere and buy drugs. Just kidding, NSA. Yeah, man. I don't know. Like, I can't even get delivery pizza where I'm at. But
wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, let's at least try and let's put some normalcy into the show. Let me get to the regular intro. Hello, I'm your old buddy Pizzal, and joining me tonight, I have got a very svelte and cleaned up Jay the Stingray. Of course, he needed to be cleaned up for all the court proceedings that we've gone through here. He is the CFO of the company, so we've been in many a litigation over this Orc contract dispute. So, but how are you doing tonight, Stingray?
Doing very well, very well. This is all stressing me out, so I'll be happy when it's over.
Yeah, I will too. Yeah. Also with me tonight is Rambo Raff. What's up, Rambo?
Doing good. Always fun to be on here, and I can't think of anything witty to say, so thank you for having me on here once again.
Always a pleasure, sir. Always a pleasure. And of course, the star of the show, the diva, Orc. Orc, how are you?
You think I would have learned from Puff Daddy, Biggie Smalls, and Mace, more money, more problems. But I do this contract stuff, and then half the people don't show up. Feels bad, man, in the chat. Yeah.
Well, your contract, they've heard how much your contract is worth, so now they want more in their contracts. They want more caveats in their contracts.
This is fucked up, and I shouldn't go here, but you just look at the YouTube All-Star team salary caps now, and with our show, with the All-Stars we have, I don't condone, and I don't know why she shot up the YouTube headquarters, but that's why it happens. She didn't get the money she needed. And it's terrible to see. My hopes and my good wishes go out to the people who are affected, but
we have the guys on the West Coast that are arguing about cost of living increases. We've got the Canadians talking about exchange rate. Come on, guys.
Yeah. Those exchange rates are killer in Canada. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Killer, absolutely killer. But it's been
no doubt about it, eh?
Yeah. It's been a couple of weeks, and I know there's been a lot of speculation in Sausage Factory Nation about the status of the show and about contracts and things like that. So I think at least for right now, we're okay. I know Orc has verbally given us the okay with the contract. He's going to send it to his legal team, have his lawyer look it over, his agents, his representatives, and hopefully we'll have it signed tonight. But how have you guys been? Have you seen any good movies since we last what was it, our Big Trouble in Little China live commentary? Yeah. You guys seen any good movies since then?
I'll just say real quick, I have to check my letterbox, but I watched season 2 of Stranger Things. That was pretty good. Insanely late to the party on that one, just because the last time I was in the hospital, the first time, that's when it came out, and then like all the nurses were like, "Oh wow, I binge watched it on my 2 days off," and I'm like, "God fucking damn it, this sucks." I'm like, "Don't tell me anything, don't tell me anything." But,
you're not as late as me. I still haven't seen the show.
I haven't seen season 2 yet.
I haven't seen season 1, so.
I saw a few stand-up specials. That's mostly what I watch because they're short. And then Leatherface, Draft Day, and Friday Night Lights, which were all really good. Well, Leatherface was okay. Draft Day and Friday Night Lights, the movies were pretty good. I'm getting pumped for the NFL draft. I mean, I like hockey and basketball, but football is where it's at. So
Draft Day is the Kevin Costner film?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that one.
It's really good. Dennis Leary plays the asshole coach for the Cleveland Browns, and he's the like manager. Kevin Costner's the manager for the Cleveland Browns, and he's like trying to like negotiate all these trades, and then like there's kids got brought up in like troubled situations, and like they find out stuff right before the draft that's gonna like decrease their value and all that stuff. It's a good movie.
I've always liked Friday Night Lights. That's a really good movie.
Really good. I mean, really some people
really good soundtrack too.
Yeah. I like Varsity Blues a little bit more, but I think when Billy Bob Thornton is on his game, like in Bad Santa 1 and 2 and Friday Night Lights, like I don't really think there's too many people that are more funny, if that makes sense. Like I don't know, at least for his comedies, but yeah.
Well, how have you been? How's the health holding up?
Still struggling, I guess would be the correct word, but I don't know, maybe one day I'll heal. If not, I can die and then donate my body, so that's cool.
Okay, well, there's a semi-optimistic outlook, I guess. All right.
Yeah.
That's why you got to have all that money. You got to have it now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You want to spend it now. You want to YOLO now.
You need to make them build a fucking McDonald's in your house, like Richie Rich.
No, you gotta
Like
pull
Richie
like
Rich.
you gotta pull like the rapper Eminem on cribs, like Warren Buffett. The first thing when he made like his first like few million is he got like a fountain drink. I think that's probably the first thing I'd get with like 20 selections of soda and have a guy like come put the syrup and carbonation in. But Eminem, he's like, yeah, dog, I made it big, albums went like platinum like 10 times, 5 times. And he's like, and you know what my favorite restaurant is? Taco Bell. And he has like this guy like serving him Taco Bell at his house. He's like, got some guy who works for Taco Bell who works specifically for him, who gets paid like shit tons of money just to give him Taco Bell. I'm like, all right, cool. This guy's smart. I like him.
So someday you'll have someone like that for you who just brings you McGriddles and like Coke Zeros. So, yeah.
Yo, Bobby, I need some fries, please. More salt, thank you. Just hand him like a 50. There you go.
What about you, Stinger? Have you seen anything good lately?
Yeah, I've seen quite a bit of stuff since we're on here last. I'm just trying to find. Have you guys seen the film Shot Caller?
I've heard of it. I've not seen it.
No,
it's really good, man. It's on Amazon Prime right now, but it's got I can't pronounce his name, but the guy that plays Jaime on Game of Thrones.
The
lead guy.
Yeah. He's all tatted up, right? He's like a gangster.
Yeah, he's the Aryan Nation guy in prison, but it's a really good movie. That's one of my favorites of 17, actually. And I saw Unsane.
Oh, how was it?
It's shot on an iPhone, right?
Yeah, shot entirely on an iPhone.
And I didn't know that going into it. I knew it was Steven Soderbergh, right? So I knew it was going to be something odd with it. And I saw the way it was, it's the opposite of like we were talking about before, the widescreen. This is like it's like watching a full screen on a widescreen presentation. It's got the bars on both sides, and it's really good, man, for being done like that. Like I would imagine all the budget just went to paying the actors, because there's a Matt Damon has a small role in there. There's a few other pretty big actors in there.
Yeah, I definitely want to go see it. I've heard pretty good things, and I like Soderbergh, and he's always doing. He's very. He seems to be always kind of trying new things, and he shot the whole freaking movie on an iPhone. I mean, that's pretty. It's pretty interesting.
I know a lot of people are kind of iffy on him, but I like the fact that he takes risks and does odd things, and I've liked most of his movies, to tell you the truth.
Yeah. I have too.
But saw Tomb Raider, which was pretty good. I like that. And Tragedy Girls. Have you seen that one yet?
I have seen Tragedy Girls. Yeah, I have seen Tragedy Girls. I was kind of back and forth on it. I'm trying to remember. I think I liked it really kind of up to toward the end, and then it just kind of lost me. Like I dug the fact that these girls wanted to be so social media famous that they just created their own freaking mass murders. They're killing people to be famous on social media. Thought that was an interesting statement, and of course they're not taking it very seriously, and then I don't know, it kind of lost me toward the end.
I agree. It's
I mean, I don't want to cut you off, but I'm just waiting for the ultra deluxe Uber edition of the Social Girls and the Final Girls double feature, because I haven't seen either. So
what's the Social Girls? I haven't seen that one.
Oh, or the movie you just said. I thought it was a Social Girl.
Tragedy Girls.
Oh, Tragedy. Okay. Fail.
But yeah, that was a movie that was on a lot of people's best horror movies of 2017 list.
Yeah, I was kind of excited, and it kind of let me down a little bit.
No.
I get what they're going for, but it's just kind of like, do you really need an hour and 45 minutes of it? It was a bit much, I think. It would have been a better short. I think it probably would have worked a little better. It's the way the kids talk these days, and their slang and dialogue is terrible.
Yeah. I didn't realize that the short-haired girl was the girl from Deadpool until later, and I was like, I knew I recognized her from something, but
Negasonic Teenage Warhead or whatever.
Yeah. But yeah.
And the other one plays Storm in the X-Men Apocalypse movie.
Oh, really? So I didn't know that. I don't know if I've. I saw X-Men Apocalypse, but I did.
The only Storm I'll ever know is the tit-wielding Halle Berry in the first one. Yep.
There you go.
And I saw Pacific Rim
2
earlier this week.
Yeah.
And it was not that great, but this theater I went to had just been refurbished or whatever, and they had these awesome seats that go in there, these like recliners. And I wound up sleeping through like the last 30 minutes of it. So.
That, man, I love there's a theater I love to go to. They have the big, wide reclining seats, man. Oh God. I mean, like every other, even nice theaters that don't have those, it's just like they've ruined me. I love the recliners.
I'll go to sleep in just like a regular chair, like with the lights on. When I'm like reclined and the lights are off, man, it's a chore to stay awake. This was like a 10 o'clock show, so
yeah,
I was pretty tired to begin with. But
so was it the movie, the chair, or both?
Well, the bucket of popcorn didn't help either. But yeah, the combination of the both. Oh man, God, I wanted that movie to be better than it was. I felt the same way with the first film. I wanted it to be better than it turned out, but like Charlie Day's in there again. He's always good to see.
Yeah.
And I don't want to spoil anything, but he's like one of the main parts of the movie. So,
what would you say your issues were? Was it pacing or acting or story, or you don't have to be specific?
All of those.
Oh, yeah.
Probably story mainly.
Okay.
Like for a movie about giant monsters and giant robots, like there wasn't nearly enough of those things. I don't need to see people talk about their feelings and why they're mad at each other for a fight they got into 15 years ago.
But Jay, you don't understand.
It was a lot like Independence Day Resurgence
Oh,
in that
fuck,
regard. So
I skipped that one. I skipped that one.
I wish I should have. Fuck
But,
that movie.
yeah, I was wondering why, like, the box office plummeted on Pacific Rim 2, the week 2, and I know why now.
just word of mouth.
Mm-hmm.
So you've been pretty busy then watching movies.
I got my movie pass, man. I got to justify it.
There you go. Yeah, didn't they?
It's down to like $6 or $7 now. That's
Yeah, the dude lowered the price. Yeah.
Oh, is that right? I don't even know.
He lowered the price. Yeah.
So you got to cancel your account and then save $7 a month. Just get a new pass. Yeah.
It's cool, man. I mean, like for one movie this past matinee, like pays for it. So
yeah. What about you, Rambo? Have you seen anything good lately?
Just a lot of older stuff. I rewatched the Matrix films. I enjoy all three. Saw all three of them in the theater back in the day, and I know a lot of people don't like those. I really enjoy them. We watched Wesley and Woody double feature, Why Men Can't Jump and Money Train.
Ah.
Those were fun. Money Train, I always forget that Joseph Rubin, the guy who did The Stepfather, directed that. The original Stepfather and Dreamscape.
Yeah, I used to watch Money Train all the time. A buddy of mine had it on like VHS, and we'd watch it all the time. But I've not watched it in years.
Man,
Yeah, go ahead.
Why Men Can't Jump, that's one of my favorite comedies of all fucking time.
That's a fun movie.
Screwing is for carpenters. And then just like they've got a few thousand and they're playing the hustle game and they go to that location and like give it to him. And I was like, shit, he might take the money. And they're like, the bakery's not open yet. And he's a big fat guy.
Did you guys find Rosie Perez hot?
Yeah. Cole can't stand her. I'm like, what's going on, man? Go on.
The voice, you'd just be like, okay, just kind of you'd learn to tune it out.
Yeah.
So
there's one line where Woody Harrelson calls her like Chiquita nutcase. Like the way he said it was like psycho Chiquita nutcase is trying to leave.
It's a really progressive movie too, like as far as racial relations go.
King Doug.
That doesn't pull punches, it's not like a Cosby Show episode about it, it's like real life stuff.
It's been a long time since I've seen that movie.
Oh, I put it up there with Wayne's World and Beverly Hills Cop. Like it's that good for me. I love that movie so much. Yeah,
a lot of great lines of dialogue. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Jay.
That's one I could watch, pretty much any time. A long list of movies that I can just put on and watch,
Mm-hmm.
And then I rewatched a TV show, a lot of the episodes on YouTube, Insomniac with Dave Attell.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Which I love.
The amount of homeroom periods and first periods I slept through because I watched that show after I watched WWF Attitude Era, WCW the rerun of Nitro or Thunder, and then I'd watch Insomniac with Dave Attell the second rerun of the night, and that was like my life from 99 to 2003. It's just that.
Yeah, I mean, from the opening alone, flows and hoes and one-eyed pimps.
The Sandman in his sack, late Insomniac. Dun, 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 dun.
Just a hilarious show. I wish they would re-release it on Netflix or on DVD, Blu-ray or something, because all they had was 2 DVDs that were best of. But now it's a quarter of the shows. There were 4 seasons. If you go on YouTube, you can find most of them, but some of them have disappeared through time because of that. But just a lot of the crazy stuff, female roller derbies they went to, and these cowboys on horses at night in New York. And it was a lot of fun rewatching that show. Very hilarious.
Dave Attell, his stand-up's pretty good too, but that show was awesome. He'd be like, and tonight I'm in Cleveland, and I'm going to try and get laid and not get AIDS.
And even, one of my favorites is the one I think it's in Chicago where he's at this hot dog place, and these women are just talking shit to the customers and back and forth. It's like, get the dick out of your mouth, and this is like talking to the customers, and it's like, shut your hole and eat this. And listen, Forrest Gump, you know, and it's hilarious. It's on YouTube. I think it's called the Wiener Circle. Like the place he went to eat is just them battling each other verbally with the customers and the people who work there.
That was just the best, because you know how cities are during the daytime, but he literally just like have the camera guy. I forgot what his name was. It was like Dave or something. Not Dave, but I forgot his name. But they'd go out from like literally like sunset to like sunrise and just do stuff. And just the shit he'd encounter would just be hilarious. Like he'd be in Vegas and he'd walk by like a really hot hooker and she'd be like, "Hey baby, you want to have a fun time?" He's like, "Oh, maybe later. I don't know. Hold my beer." And he's just like talking to her. But yeah.
I went and saw Ready Player One with Jeremy, and we both liked it. Fun movie, tons and tons of references. Like every 3 seconds, you know, either me or Jeremy would be like, "Hey, you know, look, who's that? Look, you know." It's like there's Goro, there's, you know what I mean, there's Jason, there's, you know, here's Chucky, here's, you know, it was fun. It was long, but it didn't feel long. It's like 2.5 hours, which is like seems like a lot, but it didn't really feel that. It didn't feel like 2.5 hours. But yeah, it was fun.
I haven't seen your review yet, but how was the lead guy? Because he seemed kind of bland from the trailers.
He's fine. He's fine.
Okay.
A lot of the movie takes place in like this VR kind of world where you spend more time with his avatar, it seems like, than you do with kind of him. Just, you know, a lot of fun. It's probably, you know, I mean, it's not anywhere near any of Spielberg's, you know, it's second tier Spielberg, maybe third tier, which is still pretty good. It's still pretty good, you know. Third tier Spielberg is first tier anybody else, you know.
How sweet would it be? I mean, if you bust your ass, you make like the most epic movies for like 20, 25 years, and then like for the next 20 years, it's just like you make like decent films that aren't that great, but they're like, "Mr. Spielberg, we want you on this movie, and we'll just pay you a nice 10 mil. How's that sound?" And he's like, "Okay, all right, I'll just make it about, you know, I don't know, a kid who gets frozen in New York City underwater. Let's make it something cool."
Yeah, I mean, he's, you know, I mean, he's pretty prolific. It was a good, fun, you know, kind of movie. Definitely something to watch in the theater. I don't want to spoil too much, but there's my favorite scene in the movie, and I was shocked that they went there. They literally walk into The Shining. They walk into the Overlook Hotel, and you know, the old naked woman is there. Of course, you don't see anything, and I mean, you know, the blood comes out of the elevator, and I just had like a grin on my face the whole time. I definitely was not expecting that. And somebody commented in the comment section of the review that I did, and they were like, "I saw it in 3D, and that blood coming out of the thing was like, you know, that's what 3D was made for." You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I mean, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. And then I saw a movie called My Friend Dahmer, which was really interesting. If you guys haven't seen My Friend Dahmer, I would recommend it. It's based on a graphic novel written and illustrated by a guy who actually went to high school with Dahmer and was one of his close friends in high school. And sort of, you know, the more he got to know Dahmer, the more he realized there was something amiss there. And it's really, I mean, they formed, that guy and two other friends formed the Jeffrey Dahmer fan club because they were so entertained by him just being like a, you know, a goofball in school. And like they were, and the guy in particular was like practically obsessed with Dahmer, would draw pictures of him, and, you know, just is really interesting. But yeah, I definitely recommend it. Also, it's funny. They'd set it up like all three of them were on like the yearbook committee or whatever. So they made it. They orchestrated it where Jeffrey Dahmer was in every group photo. He wasn't in any of the groups, but they managed to wedge him into the picture. And in all the pictures, it was just him standing there looking, just dazed. So what when one of the teachers found that out, she took a black felt pen and just blacked out his face in all of those pictures. So in Jeffrey Dahmer's high school, his senior yearbook, on the group, on the those pages, there's one person in every one of those groups. It's got a blacked out face. That's Jeffrey Dahmer. That's just odd. It's really weird.
Stuff like that, man, I eat up, and I still need to see so much. Like, Jay has been like, all right, stop being a little noob. You need to watch The Jinx, on HBO. Haven't seen that. Haven't seen any of the 3 Paradise Lost films. I've seen like 2 episodes of How to Make a Murderer, or whatever that show's called.
Yeah, that's a good show.
Killer Legends is a good one that you guys recommended to me, and that one's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love stuff like that. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah. You mentioned Stranger Things season 2. I saw it. I saw it a couple of months ago when it first came out, but I really liked it. And recently got Netflix back, but I don't remember why. I got it back for I wanted to watch one movie. Oh, Veronica. Because I heard that, it's so scary. People are, Netflix subscribers are having to turn it off halfway through because it's just too intense.
Man, it was weak.
And I watched it and I'm going, when's this supposed to get intense? When's this supposed to get intense? So now it's over,
It's the director of Rec. So that's one of the reasons I wanted to see it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
I like Rec a lot.
I thought it was a good movie. It was a fine movie. I mean, there's nothing really, it's just not, it's okay.
I'm sorry. I have to say this. Sorry, Remo. Just give me a second. Yeah. Those same people who say shit like that is scary, I don't take it with a grain of salt. I take it with a salt shaker of salt, because those are the same people who post on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and Tumblr and insert fucking social networking website here that the Hatchet and Saw franchises are their favorites. And I'm just like, well, I'm going to skip this one for now. Sorry, go ahead, Remo.
It's that scariest movie ever.
Yeah.
Blair Witch 2016. That's all I need to say.
Yeah, there you go.
Bloody Disgusting, was it? Where the fuck it was?
Yeah, I think it was.
I forget.
It was Bloody Disgusting or Dread Central, or maybe both of them. Who knows?
Shocktillyoufuck.com.
Yeah, one of those. I don't remember. They're all about the same, really. But yeah.
There's no difference at all. The only one that Rambo frequents, I think, every now and then, that I was browsing on dial-up was like back when one of the first Friday the 13th films, like .com websites and Halloween movies, was Arrow in the Head, but it's kind of gone a little bit downhill. Yeah,
I've not been there in years. Years. Yeah. But I want to see Unsane. Definitely want to get out and see Unsane. Definitely want to see A Quiet Place. I think that opens this weekend.
Yeah.
That one looks good.
Definitely want to go check that.
Glad you brought up Veronica, because I was pretty let down by it.
Yeah, I thought it was a fine movie. You know what I mean? It's just not. It's not. It's yeah. I don't.
I've seen it done so many times better.
Right. Yeah.
What is the movie?
It's The Possession.
It's a possession movie. Yeah. It's it's a girl plays with a Ouija board. She gets possessed.
Oh shit!
It's based on a true story, probably extremely loosely based.
Okay. So
there was a Ouija board. There was a girl.
Yeah.
Now I liked one of these movies, and I haven't seen the other. But compare that movie to the last Exorcism. Which one's better?
Oh, jeez.
If you had to pick, I'm sorry.
Probably Veronica.
Oh, damn! Fuck.
Is anybody excited for Truth or Dare?
Not sure what that is.
I don't know much about
it. It's Blumhouse's Truth or Dare.
Yeah, this game. If they tell the truth, they live. If they lie or die, or some fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
Well, there's to make a mass profit. At least Jason tries. So I'll probably end up renting it for like $5 or something. I don't know.
Hell no, I'm not seeing that shit.
I actually saw there was a trailer before Ready Player One for Rampage that actually kind of made me want to watch Rampage. I was
Yeah, I
like,
want to see it. I want to see it.
might not be bad. I leaned over to Jeremy after the trailer and I was like, "Do you want to watch that?" And he was like, "Yes." So
You're like shit. No, I was kidding. But it's crazy, man, when you look at The Rock, how he's the highest paid guy in Hollywood, and he had the typical story of like, I had $20 in my account, and then now I'm like a multi-bajillionaire. But he was like the biggest thing in wrestling after Stone Cold, and he was in The Mummy as the Scorpion King. And then he got his standalone movie. Flash forward, 20 years, and here we are, and he's Fast and the Furious 59 if Vin Diesel and him stop arguing. So I mean, it's pretty funny. But yeah,
there's a new William Friedkin documentary coming out next month called "The Devil and Father Amorth,"
Cool.
about a priest performing his 9th exorcism.
I posted this on Twitter. Did you guys see that Kane Hodder movie? That documentary?
Somebody sent me a trailer.
The trailer
the
to
link
Hell and Back.
Yeah, I thought it looked pretty good.
Yeah.
I'll check it out.
Bruce Campbell, man, just in the trailer, man, he nails it spot on. He's like, well, I can't do an imitation of his voice, but he was just like, it's funny because the people who play the good guys in Hollywood are always the biggest assholes, and the people who play the bad guys are always the nicest guys in Hollywood. And I'm like, yeah, so that makes sense.
So he's speaking of himself.
Yeah. Nice thought, man.
That's what I thought. I'm like, don't most people think you're an asshole, Bruce Campbell?
Yeah.
That's all I've heard. But
Well, he's the hero, so
he's telling the truth.
based on his theory.
Also, Super Troopers 2 comes out on the 20th.
Wow.
If you guys are Super Troopers fans.
Yeah.
I didn't mind the first one. It's that I'm streaming for a sequel. How many years later?
How often does that happen when you wait that long to do a sequel and it actually turns out to be good?
I don't know.
Rambo 4. It's one of the few.
All those
Rambo
movies
4.
kind of blend together. Like Harold and Kumar go to White Castle, Super Troopers, Dude, Where's My Car? Like they just kind of all like a big shit fest.
I really enjoy Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle. I think that's a really good one.
Do you like when they go to Guantanamo Bay?
Not as good as the first one, but I liked all three. But I think the first one's definitely the best one.
Yeah.
But Super Troopers 2, I'm like, I'm not like, I don't know how many people don't pay full price to see Super Troopers 2. People are like, what the fuck is that? What's Super Troopers?
The best thing about the internet is like when you see what your, I wouldn't say average movie fan, but just your, someone who isn't like a hardcore movie horror addict like we are, and just like, more regular films, I guess if that's the right thing to say. But like, and then they show up on Reddit and they're like, we need another fucking film from Brendan Fraser right now. And then they're like, Super Trooper 2s, we got to get it funded and sign this petition and all this stuff. I'm just like, all right, well, now I know what like your average person likes.
Especially with the bullshit of Bad Santa 2 and Dumb and Dumber 2, which I thought those were asses.
Mm-hmm.
I just, me personally, I hated those sequels. So
Dumb and Dumber 2,
comedy
I didn't
sequels.
like. Good.
You like Dumb and Dumber 2 or you didn't?
No, Dumb and Dumber 2 I didn't like, but Jay and I saw Bad Santa 2, and we were on this like Skype hangout thing. That I loved it. I thought
That was
it was
cool.
Yeah, but
I didn't really have any problems with it.
Yeah.
Well, I did have some problems with it. I take that back. The who was the Kathy Bates? Wasn't she in there?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's the
yeah,
mom.
that was his mother. Yep.
yeah.
She like pulls a huge dildo out of her purse at one point. But
Yeah.
I just love when he's like trying to hang himself when he's on the ceiling fan, and it's like, God damn it.
huh?
Well, Mark, I mean, yeah, we've gone 2 weeks. Well, actually, were you here for the Big Trouble in Little China show?
No, I was in the hospital. I watched it via Wi-Fi.
So we've gone 3 weeks without an Orcs Dank meme of the week. So I mean, I'm imagining that you've got a surplus of dank memes to talk to us about. Why don't you tell us about some dank memes you've seen recently, Orc?
Oh my God! Well, there's a lot of them, but I won't go into too many. I don't want to reveal all my memes. I don't want to be like, the master teacher who like has to reveal all of his secret memes, and then people know what he's about. But one that was really, I'm sorry, it was funny, but Stephen Hawking dying sucks, but it's like, welcome to heaven. You just have to walk up these steps, and there's like 50 steps, and he's in his wheelchair, and there's a little speech bubble, and it says, oh, fuck, because he can't get up the steps. That was a spicy meme. There's a bunch. I can't, my memory sucks now, but that's one spicy meme for you.
All right. Well, let me ask you this, Orc. Now, I know you said when you were in the hospital, you had some attractive nurses that you were spitting some game at.
Yep.
Anything happen?
I can't disclose that because of HIPAA.
Okay. I understand.
Yep.
I understand. We don't want anybody committing a HIPAA violation here. So
No, so no sitting on your faces.
I'm not going to say anything. Nope.
Of course. Pulling teeth, I swear.
But
something else, but not teeth.
Oh.
Andrew Dice Clay right here.
Hickory duck.
Oh goodness. Well, at least you had some pretty nurses there to help make the time go a little smoother.
That's when you're balling in life, though. Like, cause I'm almost 30, which I guess technically isn't that old. I don't know, whatever. People say different shit, but like, it's funny when you meet like prodigy nurses, like chicks who are just fucking brainiacs, and they literally have their bachelor's degree to become an RN by the time they're 20. And they're like, hey, how's it going? And I'm like, how old are you? And they're like, I'm 20. And I'm like, so you're gonna make like $1 million before, by the time you're my age. And I'm just like, okay, that's cool. I'll take a Coke, thank you. They've done more in like 2 years than I'll do my whole life. Nice to meet you. Hi.
Bring me some Vicodin.
No, they're like, how much oxy do you want? I'm like, what's the street value?
how much you got?
I mean, because I don't know what it's like in Kentucky and Mississippi, but yeah, I mean, it must be hardcore down there with like, oh, you got some oxys. Okay, all right.
There's the quote unquote opioid epidemic, but I mean, there's been an opioid epidemic around here for the past 20 years. I mean,
so something that's kind of funny is whether it's if I'm with an RN or with a tech, with a doctor, heading into surgery, whatever I'm doing that's health related, where I'm around health specialists, like from West Virginia, I mean, it's all over the country, but from West Virginia up to Maine, there's like a hardcore heroin addiction. And there's a documentary that's like 30 minutes called like Heroin on Netflix that shows like the dark side of that. But basically when I go into surgery or, I'm seeing like a nurse at like a various place, they'll be like, do you smoke or drink? And I go, sometimes, but I mostly like doing heroin, and then I cook meth in my basement.
Geez, you can't
and
be joking about that.
It's either you crack them up and they think it's the funniest thing in the world, or they're like, ha ha ha. And I'm like, okay, sorry. I didn't mean that, my bad.
Then they're wanting you to pee into a cup and bringing the police in.
So. My wife works in a field where she puts people under sedation quite a bit, and it's always, you can tell when people are drug addicts because it's like they never go down. They just more, and they're still conscious,
Yeah.
Dude, it's so bad. I was at a hospital, let's just say in Massachusetts, and like they have to have like cops come and check on people because like they'll be trying to shoot up in the bathroom that doesn't have a lock on the door, like at the hospital. And I'm just like, oh shit.
Yeah.
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 The opioid epidemic, the only reason anybody gives a shit is the insurance companies are tired of paying for it. So
right.
Because we're getting it all from the Middle East. But no one wants to talk about that.
It's not a new thing. The news is making it sound like, oh, this is just brand new. The opioid epidemic. It's just, it's like, no, dude. The opioid epidemic's been happening for 20 years.
Whatever you think about the war in the Middle East, we didn't just go for oil, regardless of what people think. We went for the heroin. There are soldiers right now who are working for our military, and they stand there with machine guns and like ARs and walk around fucking opioid, poppy fields or whatever they're called. And yeah, I'm just like, okay, well that's great.
There you
I'm
go.
serious. There's tons of YouTube videos on it.
That's not true.
What do you
The
mean?
oil probably, but yeah, not the pot, not the heroin.
You don't think there's been people who are citizens over there in the Pakistan and Iran and stuff who are like they've recorded it. You haven't seen those? Oh,
No.
I don't know. I guess I just watched too much fake news. I don't know what I'm talking about. But, yeah.
all the news is fake. The news today is all about entertainment, not the news. It's like
You know what my news source is? I like TMZ because
they're on the level.
TMZ does not lie.
If Paris
That is
Hilton
real
isn't
news.
wearing underwear and she gets out of a limo, I mean, it's like everyone's seen that, but it's that's what I click on. That's why
I
I'm not
want to
ashamed.
see nip slips. I want to see what Bruce Jenner's up to.
Caitlyn.
Caitlyn Jenner, is it still Caitlyn? Okay.
Caitlyn.
So Jay, you're looking for dick slips then, right?
I'm looking for. Look, what do you?
And I'm not
What would you call
I'm
that?
not ashamed to say that shit because people, you don't want to be an asshole in real life or on the internet, but people are so fucking sensitive. Holy shit! How about
Uptight.
yeah? How about you have a laugh for once in your life? How about that? Is that too much to ask? How about that? No.
That's a lot of things. If you say the wrong thing, you get sued or something.
You meet the guy who's like, it's like the guy who's on edge. He's like, that's not funny. I'm like, okay,
It's true.
My
sorry.
mom had a nip slip one time.
It's uptight and defensive.
Yeah.
That's what you see a lot nowadays.
Exactly. Defensive. Yeah.
It's true. Very true.
There's a difference between. That's why I like comedians so much, and that's why I don't watch any movies as much as I should, and watch stand-up specials all the time. Is because like they get away with that shit. But like if you say that shit at like a McDonald's while you're getting a McGriddle, let's say some people think it's funny, and those people are like, I'm gonna kill you. I'm like, okay, don't do that, please. Yeah.
Well, let me give a shout out to some of the viewers tonight. Our buddy Jerpin is watching with us in the chat. He has posted quote unquote, or I'm sorry, hashtag B-Movie Mike for president. We've got Jacob McCullum watching with us tonight. DJ Donnelly, Movie Man 95, Rocky Voorhees, Big Ideas 3. Looks like we had Cole watching with us at one point tonight as well. Lively chat, Josh O'Brien. Nice little chat going on tonight. Grandhouse Grotto. Hope you guys are doing well. The Horror Reel. Hope you guys are all doing well tonight.
I'd be in the chat memeing with you guys, but the combination of Windows 10 and Google Chrome or Mozilla is a whole new level of suck. So yeah. So, but I'm there in spirit. Yeah.
Well, let's talk about hospital food work. How was the hospital food while you?
Oh my God, I have to say this. I'm so glad you brought this up. This is so racist, but dude.
Oh God, I love it when it starts.
Okay. I have. Let's just say I won't even say the word that people use sometimes. I have an African American sister. Okay, I'll just put it like that. And anyways, there was this bigger African American lady who was really young. She was like 21, 22. And I had ordered 2 orders of fried chicken, and she comes in, and she's bringing me stuff, ready to take my vitals, and she just comes in with the biggest smile on her face, and she's like, "Woo, that smells so good," and I'm just like, "Yeah, it's pretty delicious." And I was gonna like offer her some. I was like, "You can have some if you want," but yeah, it made me laugh. It was just pretty funny.
Man, I don't care who you are. Fried chicken's delicious.
Yeah, exactly. See, it's not just a racist thing against African Americans, but it was just so funny because she just came in like with like I don't know some meds I had to take and like a blood pressure cuff, and she's like, "That smells delicious."
So the hospital food was actually good.
Yeah, the chicken was pretty dank. Bacon, egg, and cheese, pretty good. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did anybody smuggle you in any McGriddles or anything like that?
No. On off-hour dank memes at like 2 a.m., when I'm just like memeing and no one else is awake. There was a lot of like watching YouTube on my phone and eating saltines and graham crackers and drinking ginger ale that was like off brand and worse than like Walmart brand. So that's gotta
now
do what you gotta do.
you were able to lay down at the hospital, right?
Yeah.
How did they arrange you so that you could lay down without causing any complications?
I laid on my right side for 8 days.
Okay, on your right side for 8 days. Okay.
Oh, jeez.
Now, I imagine they prop you up some way so that you can't, roll over in your sleep or you can't move. I mean, do they like stabilize you so that you can't move at all?
No. I can move like move to the left or to the right a little bit, but they just put the sides of the bed that go down and come up. I forgot what those not the armrests, but you know what I'm referring to.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
The rails.
The rails. Yeah.
Yeah, the rounds. Yes, thank you, Jay. But yeah, that's how it was.
Well,
the worst part isn't being stuck in the hospital for that long. It's like I can go like a day without taking a shower or 2 days, but when it's like a week, you're just like, oh my God, just fucking take a bucket of water and just fucking throw it on me, please. I can't stand this shit. I can be dirty, but there's whole new levels. People who don't shower for a month at a time, I look at the most depressed and shittiest time in my life, and man, I couldn't go more than 3 days. I just can't.
Yeah, I can't. I don't like to feel dirty.
No.
And I have to take a shower every day.
Yeah. Yep.
You say that like you're odd or something.
Yeah, well, but I mean, I can't even
he's from Kentucky.
even if I go on a camp out or something like that. The next day I'm itching. I feel dirty. I don't I just don't feel good.
Besides that though, let's say I don't know, maybe I walked up a hill for a long time and I already took a shower. I'll take 2 showers a day, but for me it's more of rather than getting myself clean and not feeling like shit, it's more of I don't want to be like that guy at Walmart, when I'm around people. So that's kind of what inspires me to jump in the shower.
Right.
That guy who's just I don't care how you dress or what you look like or what you have on, but when you literally smell like dog shit and you can't find any deodorant anywhere,
even really, really poor people.
Yeah.
I mean, I grew up poor. One thing we always had was soap, shampoo, and toothpaste. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I mean, there was never a shortage of either of those 3 things. So I mean, there's no excuse for people to not, or at least just get in the shower and point the nozzle at your crotch and just hose that down. You know what I mean?
Put on some deodorant.
Yeah.
Something.
But, I mean, oh my God, not even just Walmart. I mean, you just go to any public store, and most people are okay. They're kind of nice, I guess. People got shit to do, so they're busy and they're always, moving. But holy shit, you're run by someone they don't have any teeth. They haven't showered in a year. They smell you're I'm gonna go get some mozzarella sticks in the cheese section, some string cheese, and you walk by them. And you mix the cold air with the smell of BO, and I just want to fucking hurl right there on top of the Cheetos. That's how bad it is.
It's true.
It's all you need. You don't have to be an Old Spice guy and smell like you're a high school teenager. Just I mean an Axe person. But just take some Old Spice, a little under here. You're good. A little bit.
Man, I
take the deodorant, stick it up your ass.
On a daily basis, I come into contact with people that it smells like they just shit their pants days on end and never do anything about it and just wallow in their shit.
There's a good possibility that's exactly what's happened.
I don't know what that is, but it's not BO, man. It's like a combination of
okay, well, we gotta go here since we're short staffed today or tonight. But there was a dude who was 6'8". This guy was fucking huge, and he walked into the bathroom at a McDonald's, and the stall wasn't being used, and he just shit in the urinal. And I was like, oh my God, that's fucking disgusting. And I was like, some poor motherfucker has to clean that shit up. I feel so bad for these people.
That was
Why
a
do we-
daily thing at my school, man. Like in elementary school, someone always shit in the urinal. Like they thought it was the funniest thing ever.
I don't know how I did it for like 13 years, but from kindergarten to the day I graduated high school, I shut my body down throughout the day.
Oh
Because
man, getting off the bus and walking.
aside from taking a leak, I mean, my body was dead. You know what I mean? I just shut. I'm not sitting on those toilet seats. I'm not going in those stalls. I'm just not going to deal with that for this from 8 to 3. You know what I mean? It's just not happening.
That was the true Legion of Doom, what a rush moment of your day. 2 to 3 o'clock, you get out of school, you get off the school bus, it hits, and you're like, oh shit, run home.
Yeah. I knew a guy who lived just down the street from the school, and he'd be like, "Yeah, I walk home and take a dump."
I don't blame him.
Yeah, I didn't either. Yeah. So,
yeah.
Just go in the morning before school, and you're good to go.
Yeah. I don't like now. I mean, now, you know, it's like, you know, there's no way I could hold it. Back then, I just forced my body to shut down.
Yeah, I was the same, and my friends would be like, "Sure, you don't want some of these fries and this chili dog?" I'm like, "Fuck no, I want to not shit myself."
Well, no, I could eat the fries and the chili dog. My body just knew it had its own internal clock. Don't even think about expelling that until after 3 o'clock. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I didn't drink nearly as much coffee back then. I couldn't do it now.
Yeah,
absolutely not.
What coffee are we drinking tonight, Jay?
It's garbage, man. It's
nothing good.
Donut shop. Made it super strong. It's still not any good.
Hey, but even shitty coffee is okay. You know, like Maxwell House and Folgers. It's the worst part of waking up. Folgers in your cup.
I switched to the McCafe brand at the office. Yeah, it's not bad.
They have a good French roast.
Do they? I'll have to try it. I think I just got the medium, just the medium, whatever. You know.
But if you like darker coffees,
yeah.
If I want to stock up, I'll just get the huge things that they have at like warehouses of like Folgers and Maxwell House. But if I'm like trying to get like a little bit more expensive coffee, that's not even top grade. I either go with like Dunkin' Donuts, Starbucks, or Tim Hortons. So the 3 big chains in North America. But I'm like an addict. Like regular coffee's good. I like French vanilla, but mocha coffee, oh my god! I didn't really have like iced coffee till like Jay would like have his like every other show since we started doing it. And a cup of mocha coffee that's iced out in the summer on like a 95-degree day with 100% humidity. Oh my god! There's nothing better that beats that. Yeah.
Let me tell you what I had today that was really good. At Chick-fil-A, I had an iced lemonade.
Oh, I've had those. Oh,
man, it was good.
Yep, those are good. Those are good. I went to Sonic today, and I thought I was getting like a milkshake or I'm like, let me get a Sonic Blast. That looks like a milkshake. Yeah. And they're like, what size? And I was like, just a large. They brought out this like 32 ounce. And it's not a shake. It was like a blizzard.
A blizzard, yeah.
It's a 32 ounce blizzard. I can't eat. I mean, I love blizzards. I can't eat all this thing, man.
No. I had the one that's the peanut butter and cookie dough. I had the same thing 2 days ago when I was in Massachusetts, and they gave it to me, and it was like, you just showed it was like this fucking big, and I was trying to eat it through a straw, and I was like, fuck it, and I just took the top off, and I was just eating it with a spoon.
Yeah.
And I was about to be like, do you guys have any insulin in the back too? Because I had like honey barbecue chicken wings, boneless wings, mozzarella sticks, and then I had one of those things that you just held up with a Coke Zero.
Yeah, well, I realized it was not a beverage too at the point where it's like, let me get a large cherry Coke. That'll be $1.12. It's like happy hour, and then I'm like, let me get that Sonic Blast. That's $9, So that was like, huh.
That's like at the movies. If you get a large icy, it's like a 40-ounce cup with icy in it. It's like, good God.
Yeah. No, I had to get a large drink, and they're like, you're gonna have to talk to someone from the bank. Would you like to take out a loan? And I'm like, I just wanted to see, Texas Chainsaw 25. What are you talking about?
I'm pretty good about, holding it in for a movie. Like I'll go right before a movie and make sure that I feel empty. You know what I mean? I had to get up and walk out of Ready Player One twice. That's a record. To get up and go to the bathroom twice during a movie, that was a record. But I mean, I was drinking, I got like an icy, and of course, Jeremy's got to have his popcorn and his drink. And
this is when you see too many movies. I plan that shit out. Like, so you get the combo, you get the number one combo, whatever the fuck it is, with the bucket of popcorn or the huge popcorn and the biggest soda they have. So like, I'll eat the whole thing of popcorn before the movie even starts, run out, get another bucket of popcorn, and then my drink, I'll time it so I'm like, okay, so this movie's been going on for an hour. It's an hour and 30 minutes. And I'll drink like maybe a quarter or half of my soda. And then I'll be like, okay, fuck it. I'm just going to finish this whole thing. And then it's either I don't make it or my bladder's about to explode. Like, I didn't even see, the movie wasn't even that long, but I saw Sorority Row, the remake. And the last hour of that movie, I think my bladder almost like exploded. It was like, it was that close.
Yeah,
but
that movie can do it to a lot of people.
But yeah, that's my ritual too. Like, I'll wake up, I'll drink like a glass of water, eat breakfast, take a few pills, and then I just like won't eat anything, drink anything until I'm like halfway through the movie. Yeah.
Big Ideas 3 brings up an excellent question in the chat. He wants to know, or she wants to know, if any of us work with people who wear super strong perfume. They leave a room and it's still there 30 minutes later. They can be 10 feet away and it's like in your face. Now, there are certain kinds of perfume and cologne. If it's like a spicy kind of scent, it just freaking, like as soon as I breathe it into my nose, it's like destroying my nasal passages. It just gives me a horrible headache. It's that kind of cologne. It's like it has a certain spicy kind of scent to it.
Is it like old lady perfume?
Yeah, old lady perfume will do it for sure.
Oh,
there's some spicy kind of scented men's perfumes and colognes too.
Really?
That really kind of they hit you hard.
It might as well be fucking pepper spray in your face.
Exactly.
That's what it is.
Cologne's overrated. I just had one different smelling can of Axe body spray when I go to Walmart. I just get one of each. I say, how trashy do I want to smell? And then I just mix the scents. That's a better way to be trashy on a whole new level.
Like I don't know how people who like work in the perfume departments of places and they're constantly spraying it in the air, like the different brands, and the brands like come together and create this super cloud of just sinus acidic, you know what I mean, cloud. So I don't know, but I love I've been wearing Invictus for the past several years, and everybody's like, oh, you smell so good, you smell so good. So I'm not that way around all colognes or perfumes. It's just that kind of spicy kind.
Do random people come up and go, just out of blue, you smell good?
Yeah, there was a guy came up to me at Walmart not long ago.
Smell good, boy.
And was like,
Oh my God.
he stopped me. And he was like he walked by me and he caught a whiff and he like stopped and went, "Is that Invictus?" And I went, yeah, it is. He goes, he's like, I thought so. And like
Plot twist.
Am I okay on camera right now?
Plot twist. His trailer was in the his RV was in the parking lot, like at so many Walmarts. His ended up there. We don't want to disclose what happened.
And you've never met this guy before?
No, never seen him before. He was just like, is that Invictus? I was like, yeah, I thought so.
That's when you're in a public place or like a business at work, and then you run into like just insert random female here, and they're like, "Oh my God, you smell so good today!" I'm just like, "All right, cool. I'm going on lunch break."
I get lots of compliments, and yeah, people will smell me. People will smell me. So,
Tiz, can I smell you?
Yeah, if we ever meet, you can smell me.
Okay.
Absolutely.
No, we probably won't, but that's okay. I'll understand why.
I will keep a distance from you if we meet.
We need to make a Sausage Factory perfume or cologne that smells like the Evil Dead Book of the Dead edition.
I agree. That would be amazing. I wish, yeah.
Coming new this summer from the Sausage Factory, Shitty Chardonnay by Pizzelle.
It's called decaying latex. The scent of decaying latex.
We'll get oh shit, y'all said his name earlier.
Bruce
Fucking
Campbell.
Ash. Yeah, Bruce Campbell to do it.
Yeah.
The sausage sidewinder.
There you go. Yeah.
I don't really resurrect the dead all the time, but when I want to resurrect the ladies, I put on this cologne.
When I want to resurrect the strange.
You pay Bruce Campbell enough, I'm sure he'd do it.
You say it all the time in your videos, Rambo, and every day as I get older and older, it becomes more clear. Well, I already knew money runs everything, but money talks, man. Bullshit walks. Isn't that how it goes in your videos? Yep.
That's life,
Yeah.
man.
That's everything.
The older you get, the more you find out how true that is. It's so messed up.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Real talk with Jay. There you go.
Yeah, we'll move on to something maybe a little bit lighter.
A little lighter.
Jay's suicide corner.
Yeah. That's not suicide. That's good life advice. You're like Mike, but you're like 50 years younger.
Oh, man.
He's watching on his phone at work right now, and he's like, that little piece of shit, I'm going to kick his fucking ass. Isn't Mike really, isn't he tall? Isn't he like 6'3", 6'4"?
Not quite that tall.
Oh, you're like 6'4", aren't you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
We Mike, Jay, and I almost came together one day. We were going to be. I was actually leaving Orlando the day Jay was coming in. Mm-hmm. I couldn't stay. I did get to meet Mike, so that was cool. But if we could have got all three of us together, in like a Buffalo Wild Wings,
would have been cool.
Just take that place over. So
how was James when you met him in person?
What's that?
How was James when you met him in person?
Well, I only met him once, and it was very briefly. I had to kind of I walked past him, and I was like, "Oh, that's James." So I kind of ran after him, and I like grabbed his arm, and he kind of like spun around like he was ready to fight. Like he might have thought he was in he was prison guarding, and somebody grabbed him. But I was like,
"Who the fuck are you?"
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Turned around, he put me in a chokehold.
Yeah, he just turned around and instantly stun gunned me.
That's what I imagine horror conventions being. I know it's obviously not like this, but like tons of people who are like James who are just like ready to like kill you at any given moment if you like say the wrong thing. It's just like, "Hi, how's it going?" And you're like trying to get shanked. You're like, "Oh God, run!" Yeah.
Oh, goodness. DJ Donnelly wants to know what's Mike life in real life. He is. Let me tell you, he's intense, DJ. If you met him, you'd probably cower.
DJ, over there in the UK, you got a lot of guys who are supposed rappers and they talk funny. But let's just say Mike's hotel room is what we call a hot box. Just listen to Bad and Bougie by Migos and you'll get the idea. But just place Mike in the video. Yeah.
But it was fun to meet Mike. Mike was, of course. I mean, he's the professor, always full of wisdom.
Did Mike have darkness all around him in person?
No, we were in sunny Orlando at Universal Studios. So
I've only smoked like a few times in my life, but I just want to get a vape pen and just meet up with Mike and just hang out like outside of like a Denny's. Just be like, "Yeah, you see Tremors 5?" Like,
he didn't smell you, did he?
No.
Okay, exactly.
But he was cool. He was cool. He was definitely cool.
I just want to be at like the Walmart or Target or just insert big box store here, and then like was just seeing him come out just because he's got the neo-Nazi look even though he isn't, and just seeing him get shit from like different people. Let's be like, "Yeah, you little bitch. What you think?" I was like, "No, guys, no. Geez, look, see, if he'd look like me if he could. Just it doesn't have any hair anymore. Guys, what's wrong? What's going on?"
So back to the smells thing.
I want to ask Stingray what brought on this change of appearance. You've shaved, you've cut the hair short. I mean, is it just
the beard was getting a little too old, man. It was too much trouble. Like, it sucks when your hair is really short, but you have to like comb your beard before you can go anywhere. Like, it's like it's nice being able to hop out of the bed and not have to like do stuff before you see people, you know?
Hey man, it looks badass when people have long ass hair and huge beards. I can't do either, man. I could have some facial hair, but I never get past the itching stage. And then people have hair like this. When your hair was like really long, if my hair is like longer than this, I feel like a bitch, and I'm just like, I have to just fucking get rid of it, please. I can't deal with it.
Yeah. This was already past the bad point though. The last time your hair was long.
Biz, man,
I would have kept that, man. That was awesome.
Yeah, you got to keep it or shave it off once a year and just give it to like Locks of Love or some shit. Like, you got Head and Shoulders should sponsor you and the show.
They should. They definitely should. Yeah. No, the long hair was cool. Sometimes my girlfriend's like, I wish you'd grow it back.
But it's that like 6 month stage of like shitty looking hair, right?
Yes, when you look like you're like people are like, dude, what's wrong? You're not getting, you might want to get a haircut. You're like, well, no, once it's long, it looks cool. But when it's like, people are like, dude, I think he might be on something.
Jay, so what's the wifey you prefer? The beard and longer hair, or clean cut?
Cool. She's cool with whatever, man.
Yeah.
I mean, another thing is too, I was having a lot of problems with split ends in it. And it was like driving me crazy because I was trying all these different things, and it's like the longer it gets, the harder it is to keep split ends away. So I had reached the point where I was putting beard balm in it, and it was like so greasy because I was trying to keep it moisturized, so it wouldn't dry out. Because that's what causes split ends, is that it can't get the moisture from the follicle to the tip. So yeah, it was. I was trying it one more time, and then I just gave up. So probably never gonna have like a Duck Dynasty style beard.
Like, I can't imagine having that shit though in the South where you are, like Mississippi, having like a beard that's like down to like your tits and like fucking having long ass hair. Like, I can't. When you walk out and it's like 105 degrees with like 100% humidity, I'm like, no, I'm good.
Yeah. Well, and when you have long hair and you sweat, it's not a great look either. You know what I mean?
Nope.
Especially in the summer. So, which the weather here has been absolutely insane lately. Like today, for instance, this morning it was like 27 degrees. By noon it was like 50 something degrees, and like this afternoon driving home, it's like 70 degrees. I don't freaking get it, man. I don't get it.
Every time, like, I want to be like, yeah, fuck it, I'm moving to, like, Florida and, like, live by Mike and stuff, be his neighbor or some shit. I'm like, well, I want to do that. But in the winter, everything dies, which is always nice. And then I don't want to end up in some movie with Ice Cube where we're getting hunted by boa constrictors and anacondas. So, or if you have a little boy to come up to the Everglades who's got his, like, hovercraft.
Yeah, back to the smells. I wanted to say it was this, this is not perfume like that, but we had one of my clients is an older lady, and she has a lot of cats, or I assume she has a lot of cats because she reeks of cat piss. And she'll come in, and then she'll leave, and it'll be there for like the next hour. The smell will be so. It's like, are they just pissing all over you? What's happening?
There was one of my buddies when I was growing up. His folks had cats that they would not neuter. They had all male cats. So you had multiple male cats in this home, not a very big home, all of them fighting over the same space, all of them pissing and repissing and pissing and repissing. So they did a pretty good job of cleaning and covering it up. But after a while, it was like, you're thinking like, dude, just get them neutered. You know what I mean? That'll save you so much in cleaning. You know what I mean?
To go off what you're saying, though, man, like I love cats and dogs too. I mean, if you don't, you kind of just don't have a soul unless you're allergic to them. But there comes a point where there's not enough Glade or Febreze to save you ever.
Yeah,
It's just like
yeah. The worst is the cat or dog, the animal stench mixed with like cigarettes.
oh god,
Now that's the kind of stuff that seeps into your clothes, and you got to go home and take a shower.
yeah.
That's the kind, or I would have to go home and take a shower. And like, it's not just in your clothes; it's on your skin, it's in your hair, it's everywhere.
That is the pet section at your local Walmart.
That was animals, not just cats and dogs. Cats peeing on the walls, in the carpet, potty pads all over the floor from the dogs, and people sitting in this house chain smoking all day. That's where you're like, okay,
You're describing a certain breed of nightmare over there. I don't want to be any part of.
That's when you run into the guy and they're like, I'm like, did you have too much fun last night? And they've got like white shit on them. And they're like, no, my bird shit on me this morning. Sorry.
Bird.
I'll wipe it off.
yeah, those were days I'd come home and jump in the shower immediately.
Yeah.
Put those clothes in a garbage bag, put them in the corner, and jump in the shower.
There used to be a dentist that I went to when I was younger that had a parrot in the office. And I think back on that, I'm like, no way that shit was like legal, like sanitary. Like,
no, couldn't be. No, I don't think so.
He flies
Birds are
in
nasty.
the air and takes the crown out of the hand and just fucking starts flying.
I used to go to a dentist.
Especially if the guy's cleaning the cage and he's going to touch your teeth.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's like, let me clean up this bird poop. Then I'm going to come stick my fingers in your mouth.
Oh,
But I went to this dentist, and one of the techs, I don't know what it was. I don't know if she ate Subway every day, or if there was just something about her that smelled like Subway onions.
Oh.
Just overwhelming Subway onion smell. And I don't know, man. I couldn't handle it. I had to like switch dentists. I know some people have odd smells about them. Maybe it's dietary, maybe it's glandular. I don't know. But this woman smelled like Subway onions every freaking time I was there.
With doctors and dentists, the main thing I like to do with the memes with them is I'll be sitting in the dentist chair, or I'll like be in like on the stretcher, like ready to go into surgery. I'll be like, okay, I know you're good, but can you explain to me how exactly you got all those degrees on your wall? And he's like, well, actually, okay, or I'll just use that name for now. I graduated in the 1% of the 1%, which passed in the 1% by the 1% of Yale at the Ivy League School of Extinguished Gentlemen of the Third Power. And I'm just like, okay, all right, I'm ready to go into surgery now. We're fine. Or it's like, can you do that filling faster? Thank you. But I graduated first place in a class of 5,000 people at Brown University. I don't know.
Orc, what were your accolades in school? Didn't you graduate like summa cum laude or something?
I got my diploma where Matt and Trey Stone went to high school. You can look up that meme.
Nice.
And then someone else went there too. I can't recall who they are right now. And then I took like 6 months of community college. And
what groups were you a part of?
I was a part of everybody. I lived 15 minutes from Columbine, and there were gun threats all the fucking time.
Well, that's not what I asked. What extracurricular activities did you take part in? What groups? What social functions? What about AV club?
I wasn't into the nerdy shit. In senior hall, they had a GameCube and an N64, so I played that a bunch, like whooping up on some noobs in between periods. Be a little bit late sometimes.
You told me you were the leader of the Glee Club. Is that true?
Yeah.
Okay.
Totally. Oh my God! Stop it.
He was a debate team too.
Debate team. Mm-hmm.
I was the master debater. No, I was friends with everybody. Here's how I went to 2 rival high schools. One was my freshman, sophomore year. The other one was junior and senior. And so this was like 4 years after Columbine was my freshman year in high school, and I was like 15 minutes. I used to like go to track meets where there would be, and throw discus where there would be, people from Columbine and stuff. So they had this like, they're like, don't fuck with me, man. Just some little white scrawny kid. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Like, what are you gonna do to me? Anyways, but I made sure to hang out with everybody, whether it was the people smoking by the dumpster or the guy who was like all American. I'd be like, hey,
wait a
just
minute.
remember,
Did you hang out with the bronies and the emo goths?
back in the early 2000s, there wasn't really any bronies. I knew a lot of goths and emos, goths, jocks, sluts, whores, cool teachers, nerdy motherfuckers. I would just walk by if there was some kid wearing like caffeine or Janko jeans on the floor and he's like having a bad day. I'd be like, man, you know what? You're awesome, and when you kill everybody, just don't kill me. Thanks. I love you too. You want anything from the cafeteria? I'm going to get something. I'll bring it back. Just because you guys know how it is, man. Like in Colorado, there's people who have gun collections worth more than their house, and I'm just like, all right, I'm just gonna try and be friends with everybody, even though it's not gonna work. I'll try.
I know of people who live in let's say low income housing, but they have $25,000 gold plated gun safes in those places. You know what I mean? It's like your gun safe is worth more than your house.
Like literally, but if there's any advice I could give to anyone, this isn't like Jay, don't get triggered, because I know you have a few guns yourself, but I'm not going down that road. But any advice I could give to anyone who's younger and who's especially in high school, it would just be like, try and just be nice with anybody, or everyone you can. Jay's trolling me now. But yeah, because man, like I'd like going to someone's house and they would just have like a room dedicated to guns and like a bunch of Cabela safes and stuff, and I'm just like, all right, well, you want to go see a movie? I'll pay for your Subway. How about that, buddy? How's that sound? Turn that frown upside down.
I mean, gun safes serve a purpose. They keep the guns to where children can't get to them and other things like that.
Right.
But yeah.
I mean, that's the whole thing about guns. It's not about guns. It's about dumb motherfuckers who happen to have guns. If it's not guns, it's knives, it's sharp sticks, it's a brick. That's the problem. It's dumb motherfuckers.
They're planning this all this time. Maybe they just had a shitty day and they got shoved in a locker. Who fucking knows? That's why I try to be friends with everybody. I was like, all right, Devin, how you doing? Just remember, I'm your friend. All right? It's like, like playing it safe.
That's the thing that I never understood, like people blaming movies and video games. It's like, well, what fucking video game did Hitler play?
I was watching a stream, and obviously it's mostly males. And
what was Jeffrey Dahmer's favorite Nintendo game? Fucking come on.
Tetris. No, but no, like I saw this. Like males do it way more than females, obviously, but they did some kind of poll or something, and they said 80% of male shooters at whether they're in high school or not, they're not even into video games at all, and like Marilyn Manson or any of that shit. They're just like into like, I don't know, Vincent Van Gogh paintings or some shit.
It's just the easy answer to a complicated problem that they're too lazy to look into. So let's find the easy answer.
Well, yeah. I mean, the problem with those kids was no parental supervision.
Yep.
It wasn't that they listened to Marilyn Manson. It was that they were able to do all this shit without their parents even being involved in their life.
Yeah.
Which takes effort, but people want to find the fastest.
Exactly. They want to put the blame somewhere else,
Like it's fun if you want to have a gun collection and shoot guns, but some people just shouldn't be around guns. Like I'd own a few nice knives, but I would never actually own a gun, not just because I'm like, kind of liberal. It's just because I have a mental illness, so I don't want one.
And that's the thing about nowadays. Yeah, there are bad things nowadays, but people forget it's usually been like that with America. I mean, look at the Wild West. It's called wild for a reason.
Yeah.
You bump in one or you sneeze and you have to quick draw your shoot back in the day. I mean, we haven't had a world war in a while. So, there's always been bad things, but sometimes I think they do amp it up to end of the world status like every day. to sell more money. Well, like Jay said before, money talks. What's going to get people eyes? So, bad things have always happened. It's just with the internet, you can hear about it more. Could be the same amount. It's just we know about more because it's faster. Let's put that up because more people will see it because we have banners and advertising. So let's make more money.
Yeah. Well, Orc, what games are you looking forward to? Are there any good games coming out soon that we should be aware of?
There's a Hearthstone expansion coming out this month. The New World of Warcraft, which I might get, I may not, comes out in August, I think. Red Dead 2 is coming out. Of course, that's going to be a huge hit. Rockstar never fucks up. They always make good games. What else is coming out? Those are the big three I'm looking forward to. Go ahead.
Is Red Dead 2 going to be multiplayer?
I'm not sure, but it's going to hit PS4 and Xbox One first, and then it's going to be pushed on PC like 6 months later once they have it optimized. I also heard news. It was actually a video put out by Boogie2988, and he said the PS5 might actually drop this holiday season. So, I mean, that'd be. I don't want to fork out the money, and I don't really have it, but I can take a loan if a new cool system comes out. That's fine.
Has the PS4 been around that long?
PS4 came out. My friend got one on launch day, and I think it was 2013, 14.
Oh, wow.
It's been at least 4 years, I think.
How far aloof I am.
Yeah.
I would laugh if that one company said, "We're coming with Friday the 13th Part 2."
Like, I can see why people play retro and stuff, but I think it's good. I mean, the Switch is what it is, but I think it's good to at least own an Xbox One or a PS4, just because you don't need like a Kindle Fire, or not a Kindle Fire, Amazon Fire TV or a Roku or any of that thing, and you can play games. And if you get an Xbox One S like Piz, you can have a 4K Blu-ray player, which I don't know about anyone else, but I'd like to see the best thing that your eyes can actually see, which is actually what it is. There's not going to be a 4K Blu-ray number 2 or like 2.0. This is the best you can see. But like I like DVD, Blu-ray, 4K Blu-ray. I don't like Blu-ray 3D at all. I'll never. If you collect it, that's cool if that's your thing. But all these people who hate 4K, it's like all the TVs are going to be 4K in 2 fucking years anyway. Yeah. They're basically almost that way now, and they're like never. And I'm like, okay, well, you can be like some people I know who play Super Smash Brothers Melee on the GameCube and still own like 10 CRT TVs. I mean, I like retro shit too, but that's taking it to another level. Like, come on.
The bearded slasher makes a great point in the chat about the best thing your eyes can see.
Yep.
He makes a great point.
I mean, just when you watch a DVD and you go to a Blu-ray, just look at that. And then literally the best your eyes can see if you have good vision or you wear glasses or contacts. I mean, that's part of enjoying a movie or a TV show. Why not? Why would you be against it? It's not like having a connector fucking Alexa in your TV listening to you. It's just better,
Are you still playing a lot of Friday the 13th, Stingray?
Mm-hmm. Almost level 150.
Can confirm because I see him posting on Twitter all the time. Funny stuff.
No, I saw that Eric had posted in the on Twitter not long ago about all these updates that they're supposed to be rolling out maybe this month.
I haven't seen anything yet.
Okay.
Yeah, they're doing something with the single player mode.
Yeah, I heard they were supposed to improve the AI on single player or on the bot mode. They're supposed to improve the AI on that.
I don't know when it's coming, but quick shout out to TSF Nation. If you guys want to meme and game with us, I think lobbies hold 8 people. And you can just mute me, but you can talk to Jay and Piz and Easy if you want. And we get in lobbies. We used to do it all the time, but I'm sure we'll get back to it.
Mike has jumped ship.
Yeah.
Mike is now an Xbox fanboy.
Unfortunately, Mike and Raiho are on Xbox One.
Well, don't forget, I'm also a member of the Xbox Nation as well. Of the so.
What did great, man.
Didn't you wind up getting the PS4 Pro?
No, I was gonna get a PS4 Pro, but it's not 4K Blu-ray capable. So I got an Xbox One S.
Yep.
It's the PS4 Pro, which is the second version of the PS4. But Sony wants to make so much fucking money, they didn't put one in their own
That's
fucking
stupid.
console.
That's stupid.
Now if they do roll out a PS5 and it's not 4K Blu-ray capable, I'm not buying it.
I think I might just give up on consoles at that point. If the PS5 does not have a 4K Blu-ray player, I might just get a Switch and just like play with my Wii all the time. You know, literally, woo, playing with the Wii. I don't know, but I mean, I understand greed, but it's you guys made the first Blu-ray players and beat out HD DVD. It's like, why wouldn't it be in your console? Or I mean, I know it's at the end of the day, it's how much money you're gonna make and how rich you can get. But I'm just like, holy shit.
Yeah, I mean, I knew people that bought the PS4, PS3 just for the Blu-ray. Was it the 3 that did Blu-rays too?
It was the 3, and it was a region-free Blu-ray player.
Yeah, the 3 came out. I mean, I got one 2 or 3 years late because I was mainly on PC at the time, but my friend just like urged me to get one. But go ahead.
Is all the PS3s region-free Blu-ray? Is that what you said? His?
I know.
They
I didn't know
released
that.
an update that made them region locked, but
Fucking figures.
Oh, did they? Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, when the PS3 first came out, I remember it was like $500 and Blu-rays were like 30, 40, I think.
A lot of people bought PlayStation 3s just because it was a region-free Blu-ray player.
That was weird though, because then the Xbox 360 had the you could get HD DVDs, but you had to get like an attachment. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Rambo, you can get a region-free Blu-ray player on Amazon.
I have a region-free Blu-ray player. I just didn't know if the PS3 ever had that. That's the first time I heard. I thought it was just region locked.
They did. It may have, yeah. But
why the fuck do they lock it? Some of this shit is not even in the US.
I have a question. Isn't everything region-free if you have a Blu-ray drive on your computer?
I think
you're
so.
like not.
I've heard that. I've never tested it. I've heard it.
Because I mean, if like you needed a laptop anyway, you could get a Blu-ray drive in that, and then just hook an HDMI up to your TV.
Yeah,
and like that would work. So,
and you can get region-free Blu-ray players on Amazon for cheap now. They're modded, but they work perfectly.
How much do they go for? Like 50 or 100? Because I remember they were like 250, and I'm like, fuck no, I don't have the money.
100, between 100 and 120, $130 at the most.
That's not bad. If you like, I know like there's a lot of guys who watched on the movies.
Back in the day, a region-free Blu-ray player was $400 or $500.
Yeah, that's when I was like, why wouldn't you just get a Blu-ray drive on your computer? But 100 isn't that bad.
And you have to be really careful when you look at region-free stuff anywhere, because they'll say region-free, but they'll be region-free DVD, not Blu-ray.
Oh, right.
So you've really got to check that fine print, because they'll sell them as region-free Blu-ray players, but they don't play region-free Blu-rays.
Yeah, I've got a good many European Blu-rays that I play on my region-free player.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
same here.
Yeah. So it's a lot cheaper now to be region-free than it was even just a few years ago. So, but you got to make sure you read that fine print.
I mean, hell, there's still people out there that refuse to upgrade to Blu-ray. So,
yeah,
are there?
There are, yeah, I think there are. That's why you still see those DVD combo packs. That's why you still see. That's why, I mean, literally at Walmart. I was at Walmart the other day just kind of messing around with some time to kill, and I saw they had the DVD set of that new Friday the 13th set.
Yeah,
the DVD set, and I was like, oh well, let me see if they've got the Blu-ray set right here too. No, they just have the DVD set.
Yeah,
so that tells me that people are still buying DVDs.
I really think that they're either too stupid to be able to tell the difference. I don't know what the other option could be. Why would you? This is like my father-in-law is like that. I bought the dude a Blu-ray player like 5 years ago. He buys DVDs to play in the motherfucking Blu-ray player.
No, it's like people don't know until you've experienced something.
Are they
good?
No, I was just going to ask, are they that much cheaper? Difference?
No, I think in some cases
really.
they're more expensive.
Yeah, in a lot of, I mean, they may be a couple of bucks, you know, like usually the Blu-ray, a brand new DVD and Blu-ray, the Blu-ray, depending on, you know, if it's like but yeah, I mean, you're looking at like a $5 difference, maybe less.
And sometimes, like Jay said, the DVDs are more. I've seen that before. DVDs are more than the Blu-ray.
He's the guy that's buying those like straight to video, like Nicolas Cage movies, and these like Steven Seagal movies that he puts one out every week. You know, he's the guy that buys those. If you ever wondered, so.
Well, like I said, man, it's like people who haven't experienced like good shit. It's not like a "ooh, I'm so elite" type thing. It's like they don't know what they're missing. Headphones matter. Cell phones matter. Blu-ray and 4K Blu-ray matters. There's new gaming consoles matter. And I understand, yes, they can get pricey to a certain extent, but like it's like the difference between DVD watching a movie like I don't know, The Thing versus on Blu-ray. Like
that was one of my first.
Yeah. Like remember the early days of Blu-ray? Like those were the two movies, The Shining and then not the Scream Factory edition, but the bare bones, The Thing Blu-ray. Those were the two. Yeah.
Man, I jumped on the bandwagon rather quickly. I picked up one of those Best Buy like open box deals.
I love
got
the
it
story.
for like a couple $100 less than the regular price.
Go through the story with the guys hooking it up at your house.
Oh, that was the TV. Yeah. When I got my plasma screen like 10 years ago, they installed it and we were testing it out, right? And it was Devil's Rejects, and it was already playing, and it came on with the screen where the scene where the clown is he's having sex in the beginning. I don't know if he's dreaming or what, but it's like these guys turned it up so loud, and they were digging it. They were like, "Oh man, this is awesome."
That's cool. That's cool.
My wife's in the kitchen, like, God, what is going on?
Rambo, did you have something you wanted to say? I keep cutting you off.
No.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, speaking of Blu-rays, Scream Factory, I know, announced the 3 more John Carpenter movies.
That's right. Somebody in the chat had asked us our thoughts on that, and
The Mouth of Madness, Memoirs of Invisible Man, and
Somebody's Watching Me.
Yeah. And The Mouth of Madness is a collector's edition.
Yeah, I'd definitely like to see the. I'm not a fan of the Memoirs of the Invisible Man. I like Somebody's Watching Me. I guess it depends on the price. I mean, I've got it on DVD. It's not a movie that I watch on a regular basis or anything. I guess it would depend on what the extras are and what the price is. But definitely, I mean, In the Mouth of Madness, that one's definitely that one. Will be cool. I'd love to watch that with like the Carpenter commentary. You know what I mean?
I'll be getting that because new moment of the week. That's like besides Carpenter's first film and In the Mouth of Madness, those are the only two I haven't seen of his filmography. So.
You haven't seen it? Oh wow.
Nope. That's why I asked you about it like 50 million times, and you're like, "You should watch it. You should watch it. Yeah, you should still watch it."
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, it's a great flick.
Yeah.
Pierce Nightshade. Yes, I still. Well, no, I don't have the Panasonic plasma TV bit the dust. Lightning struck the house, and the Panasonic TV went bye-bye. But I had that thing for many years. That thing was a workhorse.
I bet it weighed an ungodly amount.
It weighed a ton. Yes, it weighed a freaking ton. But I loved it. I mean, I probably had it for close to, I could probably tell you when I bought it. You go to Amazon, I'll tell you when I bought it.
Got the receipt right here.
I remember the first thing I bought on Amazon because it was so fucking overpriced in stores was the Friday the 13th Crystal Lake to Manhattan DVD set. And I remember when I first looked at Amazon, they had the Suspiria 3 disc set on DVD with the soundtrack, like that came out in like 01. Like,
and so I bought it. I bought it on March 8th, 2010. Panasonic Viera S1 series 46-inch 1080p plasma HD TV, and I had it about 8 years.
You see, back then the LEDs couldn't do a true black. Now the LED are able to do, or the LCD LED TVs can do a true black. Before it was just like a really dark gray. So
I'm
your
still
only way of
catching up
getting
with that.
it
Now there's like OLED. Like, isn't your TV OLED? Like the newest.
I'm not
Like,
sure.
But I think like the best 4K TVs are OLED, and I don't really know what that stands for. But yeah.
Oh shit! It's LED.
Oh, LED, yeah. But yeah, I don't know.
It's good TV. May it rest in peace. May it rest in peace.
That sucks.
Did you have a name for it? Was it like Sarah or
No,
something?
no. Everything that was on the power strip, which was the TV, the Blu-ray player, and my PlayStation 4, all of them went.
Isn't that the purpose of the surge protector?
It wasn't. I don't know if it was an old surge protector or if it wasn't a powerful enough surge protector. But yeah, everything that was attached to it went bye-bye. Which I mean, then I bought like freaking, 1 million joule freaking surge protectors now. So I mean,
I don't know. Kentucky's a beautiful place, but like you have didn't your computer, the motherboard get fried like in 2010?
That was my insane, ridiculous gaming PC that I paid way too much for. And I had to have the best of everything on that thing, and all it ended up doing was burning out motherboards left and right. I probably had motherboards replaced in that thing. I probably had a dozen motherboards in that thing, just constantly burning up motherboards. And then finally, it just burned out. I mean, it was too. I literally had to have the best of everything, and I had Dell make it for me, which was a dumb mistake because they charged me 3 times what somebody else would have charged me to make it. And yeah, so anyway, it was a good rig for a while. It was a good rig for a while. Orc, I actually I got I got nostalgic the other night and I downloaded Modern Warfare 2 on Steam. And yep, I was playing it a little bit, and it reminded me of how simultaneously that game can be ridiculously fun, and then on the drop of a dime, like mind-bendingly rage-inducing. You know what I mean? So
That's every multiplayer game I play now, man. It gets worse.
With Modern Warfare 2, I mean, you had Painkiller, you had the one-man army noob tubes being hit with those things from across the map. You just had, I mean, it was that game. Everything about that game was just like insanely overpowered.
Yep, those are the best games.
super fun, but like just super rage-inducing at the same time.
The amount of times you and I got called hackers when we were just curb stomping noobs was hilarious. Here's what would happen in Modern Warfare 2 to paint a picture for you guys. I'd use a submachine gun and I'd run up kamikaze style, like some guys who's having way too much fun in a woods ball paintball match, and I'd fucking spray and pray and just annihilate everybody. And then if I died, or if they were pushing up the map and they actually had people who could fucking locate WASD on their fucking keyboard, Piz would be slowly creeping up the map with an AR, destroying everybody. I think Piz would average a nuke about once a day, if I remember correctly. And then you just drop the nuke and everyone would die. And they'd be like, man, what the fuck, you fucking hacking piece of shit? And I would just laugh. Like, just laugh so hard.
Yeah, on PC, I mean, if you got over 20 kills in a game, you were automatically a hacker. It didn't matter. You could have 50 deaths. But Orc, Max Punishment's calling you out. He wants to know why you've blocked him on Steam.
The memes were too meme-tastic. I don't know. You want Max? I know you're holding a grudge against me, but I'm a noob at killing floor 2, man. That's why I did it. I can't hang. I can't let you outshine me, bro. That's against the code of honor.
Wow.
You know?
I can't get into killing floor 2. I tried. I just didn't like it.
Yeah. If I ever decide to do another PC like that, I probably never will. I mean, I'll just buy the parts and put it together myself and save myself a ton of money.
whether it's FPS games or especially like strategy games, like StarCraft 2 or Brood War, or just any of those games, or I don't know, like Arena, World of Warcraft, or any kind of MOBA that's out now, whether it's Smite, League, Heroes of New Earth, or Dota. You play those games, and if they have voice chat, like I get criticized by people who have like never even. Okay, that's too harsh. But anyways, they're like, well, you're not doing this correctly, and you need to figure out and locate the reactor core for the enemy team before we can disable. And I'm like, oh my god, just go smoke crack at a whorehouse like for one day, and then come back and tell me how your life experience has changed. That's not the 3.14 repeating decimal point reaction I was hoping for in this current location. I don't know.
Pierce Nightshade. I don't think I have any Brian De Palma Blu-rays from Arrow Video. Do I? I don't think so. I don't think I've got any Arrow Brian De Palma flicks. Orc, did you play Gears of War multiplayer?
I played the first one, haven't played any of the others. Very noob, very noob.
Max Punishment says Orc Logic. Max is better than me at a game. Let me block him. That's just sometimes how it goes, man.
I can't try. Hey man, if you want a game, I can't really game on my Xbox One right now. If you want a game on PS4, we can do that. But I know you have like a $10,000 PC and like a $5,000 laptop, so you might want to not go to the pleb level. But I'm on PS4. I'll play some Friday the 13th with you. His is friends with everybody. He's friends with like 1,000 people, like all of his subscribers.
Come over to console, Max. Come over to console.
I can't do it. Not just Killing Floor 2. It's not my jam. Not my jam.
Have you played it?
Yeah, I have the same feelings as you do about it. It's just like
I'm gonna try it again.
Yeah.
Max's PC Master Race.
Yep. See, he understands, but sometimes you got to play consoles just because it's a gaming PC can get pricey, especially with video cards doubling or tripling in prices because of cryptocurrency and Bitcoin and Litecoin and Ethereum and all that shit. So, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, no, I play on PC. I would play on Xbox One, but I don't really have the right setup. And then PS4, if you want to add me, I'm down. But yeah, I don't know. Just depends.
Well, okay. Max has extended an olive branch here. If you'll unblock him, he will carry you in KF2.
Well, I don't want to hurt his back, so we'll see. We'll see, Max. We'll see. I don't hate you. I have nothing against you. It's just the memes get a little too real on PC.
He just took the olive branch and just snapped it. Man.
It's a team game, Mark. It's a team game, he's saying.
Yeah, I know. But, dude, I know, dude, you traveled the whole country. I know you can afford a PS4 Pro. Come on, just pick one of those. Dude, you could be playing. Mike would still be on PS4, but his broke, and then he got an Xbox One for free. And then Raiho, I think he got an Xbox One from one of his friends too. But Jay, Piz, and I, and EZ are always on PS4. And if you want to come play Friday the 13th, I'm down.
You can get when my PlayStation 4 burned out, I got a PlayStation 4 Slim used for like $199. So
Dude,
I mean, cheap.
It's not even funny. I know. Like people don't like to talk about money in this country, but around Black Friday, you can get an Xbox One with a good, decent hard drive or a PS4 for $200. Now think about that. You might go $200. Orc must be rich. No, I'm fucking broke as shit. But with the amount of entertainment you get for $200, are you fucking kidding me? How about not buying 4 steelbooks? How about that? Make sense? Yeah.
I don't see any good cheap ones on Amazon right now. It looks like the cheapest PlayStation 4 Slim used $254 $14. That seems a bit much.
Yeah, that's high. But no, like Black Friday, Xbox One I think Xbox Ones are going for like 190. Yeah,
I've never played an Xbox system in my life.
they're good. Xbox One or PS4, you can't go wrong. If you
I
just
think
want
I definitely avoided one of the 360. Like every 5 people, and there's breakdowns. I'm like
Well, how long has the PlayStation 4 been out? I mean, they don't
4
it seems-
years or so.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like they need to be rolling out a brand new console already. Seems like give it a couple of more years. Then maybe roll out the.
all I'm saying is people who don't have an Xbox One or a PS4 and buy like 5 Blu-rays every Tuesday, just skip a few weeks. You're fine. You're good.
I don't know how the hell they afford 5 every Tuesday.
I don't know either, but when you have when you're loaded, like I can't mention names. Oh, I have to. Cool Duder, I used to watch his channel all the time. He still makes good content, but when okay, that's I can't do it. Just some people are just in good positions in life. I'll just put it that way. But
Xbox One S 500 gigabyte console with 4K Blu-ray player used $206. That's not bad.
But just think about it. Xbox One or PS4, you have the potential to play games. They have Prime Video, they have Netflix, they have Hulu, they have all the sports season pass things you can watch for any sports you like. You can play single player games till your heart's content, and then you can get those used, so those are cheaper. And it's just like, and then you can get games that you can play for hours on end. Friday the 13th, when it's on sale, it's $15 or $20. Do you know how much Jay has fucking played that game? Jay, do you think it's worth it? How much you spent on that game?
What are you talking about?
Friday the 13th?
Yeah, I
when
like
you
it.
bought it a year ago?
Oh, yeah, I played it quite a bit.
That's what I mean.
Let's see, where'd that question go? Pierce Nightshade wants to know, how is Mountain Dew Pitch Black good or no?
It's dank. Favorite two Mountain Dew flavors were the World of Warcraft ones. Funny enough, Horde and Alliance. Those came out in like 2009, I think, when Ozzy was on the commercial and Mr. T and all those guys.
Is that the grape one?
No, it was a red and a blue flavor.
Pitch Black was red and blue.
Oh no! I'm talking about the World of Warcraft ones. My favorites.
Oh,
yeah.
Code Red? Not Code Red.
No, not Code Red. Just look up World of Warcraft on Google.
I'm gonna keep saying flavors.
Oh yeah, well, but it was just like Horde, Rush, and like Alliance. We get curb stomped. That's I don't know.
Well, I know they had the USA one that was Code Red and.
Yeah.
No, I mean, if you want to go through Pepsi products, man, between Doritos and Mountain Dew, I can't even name all of them, and I'm fat as fuck. Like throughout the years since the 90s.
I don't know if you guys are friends with Critter Buster on back from the Dead Pit days.
But he makes good YouTube videos. So
yeah, but he has a thing on Facebook. He lists his Mountain Dew challenge. Dude's got like 200 flavors of Mountain Dews on there that like he's tried and like takes a picture with it. So.
Wow.
Nice.
Cool.
Wow.
Have you guys tried ice, the Mountain Dew ice?
No, I've heard it's.
Yeah.
I've heard it's just like
It's Sprite.
Yeah, Sprite,
It tastes exactly like Sprite.
but with
That's
caffeine.
gross.
Yeah, I guess caffeine, but it was just Sprite.
I'm not a big fan of Sprite myself, so.
I mean, this is a fucking rip-off. It's just Sprite.
No, I'll drink that serum, Miss Sprite or 7-Up, but when you have a sugared up like 2 liter of like Sprite, it's like you're just drinking flavored water, and you're putting like tons of sugar into your system. I don't know. I'd rather have a Coke or a Pepsi or a Mountain Dew, Mellow Yellow, something like that.
Jamie Michelle in the chat says, "I know this is called Sausage Factory, but I like listening to you guys. Hope you don't mind a chicken here." Not at all, Jamie. Not at all.
No, not at all.
Let me tell you what's good. Sierra Mist with cranberry.
No,
Really
Sprite,
good.
Sprite.
No, Sierra Mist.
Oh, okay.
And, you're talking about the LeBron drink.
Yeah, the one that came out
Yeah.
during Christmas.
Yeah.
My favorite thing to mix with Sprite is cough syrup. Um,
Really?
yeah, put some Jolly Ranchers in there, man. Oh my god, I'm talking about the good cough syrup, that coating.
That gets you turned.
Make some of that syrup.
Yeah, I
That
want to
purple.
start. I want to start like drinking a lot of lean, but I don't quite know how to make it. I got to visit Houston and just see what's up.
Well, it's simple work. I mean, you get you some Activus, some codeine cough syrup, some Sprite,
Promethazine,
of course. You can. The Jolly Ranchers are optional. It just depends. The sugar from the Jolly Ranchers, there's this sort of it's like this beautiful genesis between the sugar and the codeine.
like an activator.
Right.
And how many red Solo cups of lean can I have before I die?
No, not red Solo cups. You want to double up on the white styrofoam cups.
Okay.
Get two of those.
Get two to keep it chill. Keep it chill.
And my boy Slim Jesus, he's got a good recipe. You can go check him out on YouTube.
Yeah, Slim Jesus knows. If it's one thing Slim Jesus knows, it's lean. It's getting chips, and it's drill time.
Mac 10 with a banana clip.
Slim Jesus is dank, but I got to give to my boy Young Lean. I mean, he put the drink in his name. Shout out to Sweeten.com, baby. That's right. Slim Jesus, though, okay, like this is not me talking, this is a verse, but Slim Jesus, man, that guy goes hard in the paint. I mean, he probably can't even like bench a bar, but like the guy, one of his lyrics at the end of drill time, he's like, and if there's a witness, I'm gonna kill him too, and I'm gonna beat the case. Let's get it. I'm like, that's fucking savage, dude. I like that. That guy's got.
Yeah, he looks like if Eminem had like a younger brother that was like missing a chromosome.
Yeah. Who just knew a bunch of like African Americans in Ohio. That's like him. Yeah.
I mean, like I saw the guy years ago, on YouTube and stuff, and I was like, oh man, this guy's just a poser or whatever. He's still around and still putting out new stuff. And I'm like, wow. He's like, doing diss tracks on people, and like serious rappers are like taking him, like, they're talking shit about him now. So,
and he's like, I just like airsoft guns. Don't kill me. But I linked you the video in a chat one time, Jay. The hottest rapper in New York City. It used to be Nas, Jay-Z, and now it's Tekashi 6ix9ine. The guy's got rainbow hair and a rainbow grill worth like $150K, and I'm just like, okay. All right,
how do you say his name? Tekashi
6ix9ine is how you say his name, I think.
Really? Oh,
yeah.
That dude is, I can't get on that level, man. He's got a rainbow grill.
Like, yeah, that's worth like six figures. Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
It's that stuff is nightmare fuel, man.
The new rap, man. Like, I'm not a fan of Drake, but like Migos is pretty good. Future is good. You have people like Logic and G-Eazy are pretty legit. I like those guys. You got guys from the South who are, well, I mentioned a few, but like Juicy J is still really good.
I feel old. I don't know who any of these people are.
You know who Lil Jon is? I'm sure you know who he is, right?
Yeah, I know who Elton John is.
No, Lil Jon.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Now that I know.
Okay, but you don't need to know Rambo anything. All you need to know is every person in rap either has a drug in their name or it starts with Lil. That's pretty much.
Or Rainbow Grill, I guess.
No, that's just Tekashi. That's
okay.
But, yeah.
There's a lot of talk of Mountain Dew in the chat. My weakness is that purple Mountain Dew. I think it's voltage. I love that stuff. That stuff just tastes like pure candy to me. Love it. Gotta, good stuff.
I've had a pick, probably Cold Red, but I haven't had Mountain Dew in a long time. Except that ice thing.
Livewire? Or no?
What's that?
Do they still make Livewire?
I think they do.
Yeah, I've seen that around here.
Yeah, I like Livewire.
I like that.
It's really sweet, though.
I mean, I like the big three. I like Baja Blast, the original, and Code Red the most. But all the epic flavors, like the white one and the all that, I haven't had like half of those. So that's my noob
Well,
moment.
let me tell you this. I know you drink a lot of the Coke Zero Sugar.
Yep.
They're rolling out a new flavor, and it's avocado.
Really? Nice.
Wow.
They're
Are
having
you
an
interested in
alcoholic
trying
one that's
that?
going to be in Japan.
Do I?
They're going to have an alcoholic version in Japan.
Really?
It's either Coke or Coke Zero, and they're testing it in Japan.
Oh, cool.
An alcoholic Coke.
Yep.
It tastes like
So they
garbage.
went from cocaine to Bud Light. But yep, they're making it. Yep. But yeah, no, I don't discriminate against sodas, man. I mean, if I just wasn't on the verge of getting diabetes, I'd drink store orange and grape soda all day long, baby. 80 cents, 2 liter all day.
Grape drink. Give me some of that grape drink.
Dude, come on. A Sunkist, a Crush, or a Welch's grape soda? Oh my God. Come on. I don't care if you're black, white, orange, Caitlyn, Bruce Jenner, whatever the fuck that guy's name
Wait a
is.
minute. An alcoholic Coke, so you don't have like a hyped up drunk.
It's either going to be a Coke or a Coke Zero in Japan that has alcohol.
They're going to put a little bit of meth in there.
Yeah.
So they'll be excited with caffeine, but they'll be excited drunk.
So they'll be excited for Godzilla for a whole new reason now. But it's just
fucking God.
that's how it works.
The best soda I ever drank is still the Costa Rican Fanta that I got from Disney World.
Man, you
That's
said
soda.
that. I was so upset that I didn't get to go experience all those sodas.
Oh God,
They don't have it. They don't have it where I'm at in New England, but they have it in a lot of parts of the country. I think my favorite soda right now would have to. I don't know about all time. That's a megaton new question, but right now I'd probably say Dr. Pepper Cherry. That's fucking dank. If you've ever had that.
Mm.
Yep.
The diet cherry is good, or the 10. Is it a cherry 10?
the Dr. Pepper 10. Yeah.
Yeah.
When you go to a nice restaurant that's like got a bar, get a Coke with grenadine in it. I think they may call them a Rob Roy, or just tell them you want a Coke with grenadine in it. Oh my God, so good. That's like true cherry Coke. And I mean, it depends on the way they mix it. But if like all the cherry sinks to the bottom, so that's the first thing you drink, and you get mostly that cherry taste with just a little bit of the Coke, it like instantly dries you up. Like you take a big swig and it just does not hydrate you. It just totally dries you up. But I mean, that's how you know it's good. That first sip just dries you up. Good stuff.
I know Rambo's a big fan of Mellow Yellow, and I know you've gotten Surge from Amazon a few times, I think, anyway. I miss Vault. That was a good drink back in the day.
Yeah.
Vault was pretty good.
No, they had Surge at the store for like $1. That's what I got.
Yeah.
Not Amazon.
Oh, okay.
They'll sell like these big cans for like $1 a piece.
Yeah.
It's like a 16-ounce can.
Yeah.
And Amazon, they have like 12 of those, and it's like $50, and then they want you to pay like 20 in shipping. And I'm like, well, I like soda, but I don't want to be overgrown. Yeah.
The bearded slasher wants to know if you remember Melon Mellow Yellow or the Cherry Mellow Yellow, Rambo.
Yes, and I remember Crystal Pepsi and Pepsi Blue.
No, they've never had that around here as far as I know. So what? I love to taste them, but
They have a peach also and a grape.
huh?
I know I saw those a while back at the store.
Like if you go to one of those restaurants where you can pick you can pick Coke and then you can put in different flavors, vanilla, cherry, whatever. They have, Mellow Yellow with grape Mellow Yellow and this Mellow Yellow. So you can, I love those.
You know what
places with
the
those.
worst? I'll go Orcs not dankest meme of probably soda history. I don't know if it's the worst, but one that gets mass produced that everybody that I seem to talk to likes, that tastes like complete dog shit if you put it in your mouth, is vanilla Coke or vanilla Coke Zero.
Yeah,
That drink is fucking terrible. I
not a
wanted
fan
to
of it.
return it and get my fucking money back. And that's how bad it was.
I thought it tasted
Yeah.
fine.
It's almost like a Coke float. You ever do a Coke float?
Yeah.
It's good in small amounts. You don't want to get like a 20-ounce of it.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna be tired of it before you
If
finish.
I'm drinking something, I'll get a 12-pack, and that'll be my night. But I'm not drinking I wouldn't even drink one can of that shit. It's fucking so bad. It tastes like someone
You
pissed
give
in
the-
your fucking can.
You knew the cans than me. I liked it.
Jerpian has a great question here, and I've this is a good one. Jerpian wants to know what's the best orange soda, and I'm going to say Fanta.
Well, there's only three. There's Fanta, there's Sunkist, and there's Crush that are like nationwide.
I go Fanta.
Sunkist all the way.
Sunkist, I'm with Jay. Yep. It goes for me. It goes Sunkist, Fanta, Crush, and then any generic store brand.
Now the best grape soda, hands down, in my opinion, is Fanta.
Really?
Yes, hands down. I don't Sunkist's grape just tastes kind of flat to me.
Yeah.
I don't discriminate, bro. It's Welch's or it's Fanta or it's Sunkist grape, and then store brand comes second. All the store brands. Those are all first.
I don't think I've had Fanta grape before.
Oh, it's good. Oh God. Let me show you a little something. I just happen to have a 2-liter bottle. This is now you know it's generic. It just says artificially flavored grape soda. It doesn't even have a brand name on it.
Piz, can you get a blood test? I don't want you to die. People love you. They hate me.
No. This thing has been sitting here for like 6 months. I probably it's just generic grape soda.
What is that logo?
I got like a bottle given to me, and I tried it, and I was like, oh, it's okay, grape soda, but it's been sitting here for a while. Actually, let me see just how flat it is.
Okay.
Let's see. Will it hiss? Just
baby.
It's still kicking.
I'm fully erect. Jesus.
Not bad.
Yeah.
What is that? What is that logo on it?
It looks like I don't know. I'm not familiar with the logo, but I mean, there's like no brand or anything, unless the logo is the brand, and I'm just not familiar with what that brand is. I mean,
It's like a bowl with three.
Yeah, it's like a bowl with three
bowls in it. 3 other bowls.
Exactly. It's a bowl with 3 smaller bowls in it. Yeah.
But
Somebody say. Apparently it's the Stop and Shop logo. So this is Stop and Shop generic grape soda.
yeah, we got some hardcore soda viewers.
Yeah, no doubt. They know what's up.
Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing though. This thing's kept its flavor for a while because it's been sitting here for a while. So I mean, it's kept its flavor.
Room temperature, artificially flavored grape soda.
Luckily, the man cave stays pretty chill. So I mean, actually, I think I've got beers that have been sitting here in the floor for like 2 weeks, and I mean they're cold. They're cold beer. You know what I mean? The beer, it's cold. Because the man cave stays pretty chilly.
Now, let me ask you guys: have you ever had cheer wine before?
I have. Not a big fan of it though.
You didn't like it?
No.
Have you guys tried it?
No.
It's a regional thing, and we have it sometimes around here, but I don't think it's normally. Oh, it's in North Carolina. I'm sure somebody probably said that in the chat. But yeah, it's claiming to be the oldest continuing soft drink company, still run by the same family. Who cares?
Well, speaking of regional beverages, Stingray, you may have this beverage in your neck of the woods, L81. No, never heard. Okay.
Here's a question. When I lived in Colorado, they had this. Like everywhere they have Dr. Pepper, right? Do you guys in Kentucky, Iowa, or Mississippi have Mr. Pibb?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's not in the Northeast at all.
Really?
Nope.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we've had Mr. Pibb.
Yes.
I don't really care for it. I don't like either one, but I would rather.
I was actually sipping on a Dr. Pepper earlier today. Yep. I always think of Toby Hooper when I'm drinking a Dr. Pepper.
I swear to God, every girl I've met in my life, they're just like addicted to Dr. Pepper. That's like the only soda they drink. I'm like, so you having a Coke today?
I like it. I like it every now and again. I can't just sit and drink every now and again I'll drink one. Jeremy will grab a case of these little bottles every now and again, and I'll drink one, and I'm like, yeah. It's good.
I'll be like, it was what the doctor ordered, but it sure as fuck isn't right now.
It's, you know what the secret ingredient is, right? It's prune juice.
Oh, huh.
Really? No, I had no idea.
That's sometimes it'll say it on there, depending on if you got a generic or whatever, but it's usually included in the natural and artificial flavors. Have you guys ever had Big Red?
Oh yeah, I had some Big Red the other day.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep, had some Big Red the other day for the first time in years.
Is that kind of like bubble gum or something?
It tastes kind of like bubble gum. Yes,
It's
Yeah.
weird. I don't really care for it. It's just
I remember that.
I thought it was a regional thing, but I guess not. They sell it.
Do you guys have RC Cola?
of course.
Yeah.
There's nothing I like more than to sit down with an RC and a moon pie.
Whoa,
You know
whoa.
what I mean?
Are you trying to
are
say
we going
something
into
negative
pastries?
about RC
You
Cola?
wanna
Royal
go?
Crown?
No,
You
I'm
wanna
talking.
go-
No, I'm talking about sitting down with an RC and a moon pie. Okay.
Oh, right. I'm talking about Orc. Orc
Okay.
seems like he's trying to say something negative about the Royal Crown Company.
Okay, yeah, well, I'm a Coke and Pepsi guy, because I'm balling out of control. I like my cans and my, cans
Doesn't
and 2 liters.
doesn't Krispy Kreme have a soda, like a donut soda?
Oh,
I remember
gosh.
hearing that there's a Krispy Kreme donut soda.
This
I don't
is
know if I
whole new
want to try
levels of
that.
epicness I haven't been exposed to. I'm sorry, Rambo. I can't.
I know it's a real thing. It's like a Krispy Kreme donut soda.
Here's a soda addict. How you doing, Cole? This guy drinks more Pepsi than fucking Michael Jackson on a
Coke,
commercial.
Coke.
So
Oh,
we start talking about soda. Here comes Cole popping in.
I just
I
didn't think
feel
you guys
bad,
would still be going, but since you are,
I feel bad for Canada sometimes, man, because I like Dr. Pepper Cherry, Coke Cherry, and Pepsi Cherry, and I don't think Cole can get Cherry Coke when he is where he's at in Canada.
I can, but it's not like a normal thing.
Yeah.
I can get it though, yeah. But
So I'll be like,
I got
"Tell
all
us."
excited when they had the new soda fountain machines at the subway where you can push the button and stuff because I was like, oh, cherry Pepsi.
Yeah, I love
Or
those.
something like that.
I
Yeah,
love
those are
those.
great.
I'm sorry, but like when you go
I
to,
had a
like,
Coke Zero the other day, Orc. Just for the hell of it.
What'd you
Well, it
think?
said 0 sugar. I said, well, it's not bad. It's not like the old days where they'd have that shit. They'd have that aspartame sort of taste. So, I mean,
Yeah.
they've made good strides, I guess, with the Pepsi Max and the Coke. Well, the diet type things. They're better than they used to be for
Yeah.
sure.
Oh, okay. Or
It's no tab. I'll tell you that.
Tab and Moxie suck dick. Oh, that's the best way to get cancer. Anyways, aspartame is in most diet sodas, and that's like not good. But YOLO swag, only once. These are pretty good if you like sucralose, and there's a million flavors, sparkling ice.
Yeah,
gonna
And then if you want to have stevia, which actually comes from a plant like sugar, Vitamin Water Zero is really, really good.
What is
Well,
that
yeah.
stuff flavored with, or I mean, what is the sweet taste to it? Not
Sucralose.
aspartame.
No, sucralose.
Sucralose. I'm not.
So all the diet sodas, some have Splenda, but most of them have aspartame. Sparkling ice, which comes in a million flavors, just look on Amazon, has sucralose. And then Vitamin Water Zero has stevia, which is actually from a plant. So it's kind of like sugar. So yeah.
Yeah, I went on Amazon and ordered like 5 cases of those
There's
things.
Vitamin Water Zero. So
The sparkling ice.
yeah.
I got the black cherry is really good. I like it. The raspberry, blueberry pomegranate's really good.
Yep. Yeah, you think it's someone's on a health kick when they drink it, but then you get a 12-pack and you're like, okay, I'm addicted. This is great. Yeah, I think it's a lot.
Well, I mean, it's like, hey, the calorie free.
Yeah, but there's literally, it has sucralose, which some people hate, but it doesn't even have sodium in it. They just dump like a whole bag of Splenda into it.
Is something wrong with sucralose? Is it?
Aspartame's the worst. Then sucralose is still made in a lab, but it's not even as close as aspartame. And then stevia actually comes from a plant like sugar, and that's the difference between the 4 big sweeteners. And yeah.
Well,
I don't like cane sugar at all.
Oh, really?
And maybe it's because like years ago I went to some Asian grocery store and got cane juice, and it's the worst thing I've ever had in my life. And I mean it, like it's the worst thing I've ever tasted in my life. It took me hours to get just with the one little sip I had before I immediately spat it out of my mouth.
Since we're talking about beverages from the Far East, do any of you guys like I've got it right on the tip of my tongue. The warm beer. What's it called?
Sake?
Sake. Yeah. Do you guys like sake?
Never had.
I tried it. I tried it just to try it. It didn't make much of an impact.
Sake's for hipsters,
Impression
bro. I
on me.
only drink soju.
I tried it once and I was like, not for me.
I'm not really a beer guy. I never drink alcohol.
Yeah, I'm not really a beer guy.
Yeah, true. We all know it's beer's for faggots.
I drank all sorts of beer through my life, and I had big trouble like differentiating between it. Like Raiho, he's the beer guy; he would know. But like he could just hand me like 3 different ones. I'd be like, they all taste the same.
Hashtag a beer and a whatever the fuck his thing is, a film and a brew. Fuck that shit. Make it a soda. Fuck.
Yeah.
Make it like a crack rock and a cartoon. You know?
I just hate talking to people about it, and it's nobody's fault. It's just where I live. Like lately, in the last few years, something that's become sort of a big deal, like microbreweries. Like a lot of people have started little ones with their craft beers, and they're all into it. And I'm good. I mean, it's good that they can make a business, and that's great. But I don't like hearing about it. It's boring as shit to me, and I'm just like, that's great. But people are really into it. They love it. You go to a pub downtown and stuff. It's like, what craft beers or microbrews do you have on tap or here and stuff? They're like, oh, we have blah blah blah. Like people love that shit.
You want to impress the ladies. Orc tip of the week, okay? Drive up to your local pub or brewery, okay? Drive in your Fiat in your electronic car. Park in the parking space. Walk up to the bar. Balls hanging, bro, and just sit in the chair and get a Diet Coke or a Diet Pepsi. That's a real fucking man's drink right there. Or even a regular
milk.
drink.
Order a milk.
Yeah, order a milk. Get some fucking cookies too.
Yeah, I love paying
chocolate milk.
I love paying $4.50 for like a Coke in a glass this high.
Well, would you rather pay $20 for some like shitty beer from fucking?
No, I mean that's what I wind
Lithuania?
up doing in those situations, and it's what I'll do in another few weeks when I go to the marquee to see Sloan or something. But now you can buy Red Bull there, so that's what I did the last time I went to a club concert. I mean, it cost a fortune. It was like $6 for like a can, but at least it was something that I could use for the show.
If you like to drink, that's cool. Any alcoholic beverage, but dude, coffee and soda. Come on, how can you beat those two? Nothing compares. Nothing. Fuck your Miller Lite. Stick it up your ass. I don't.
And coffee is good for you. Coffee's good for you. I read somewhere that coffee is the main source of no, it's good for you. It's the main source of antioxidants for like 90% of the freaking country. That's where we get our antioxidants from coffee.
I'll one up you like a little bitch. Tea, coffee, and wine are actually all really good for you.
Right.
Yep.
Have you guys heard of this certain kind of coffee? It's the most expensive kind of coffee in the world, and it's actually when coffee beans they get ingested by this certain species of cat, and then the cat shits out the beans, and they collect the shit, then they brew that.
I've never heard of that.
That's some deep coffee JPedia shit right there.
It's supposed to take a lot of the acid out of the coffee.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll take the acid.
I like my coffee beans like my trail mix from Walmart. Just spray Roundup all over it and make it from Brazil. That's fine.
The caffeine is bad for you, but a lot of the other attributes of the coffee, the antioxidants, the fact that it's a diuretic, those are good for you overall.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's Kopi Luwak is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And it gets ingested by the civet cat, which is a native cat species.
How the hell did they figure this out? Like,
That's
who's
a
the
good
first guy?
I always wonder that myself.
How many animals did they eat coffee that they shit out before they came?
I don't care.
I'm so hungry. I need to eat cashew.
I don't know how people figured out lots of stuff, like even eggs at the beginning.
Yeah.
Like, why would anybody think back then? I guess because we were like cavemen and we'd eat anything, right? It's like,
I wonder how many things, the guy who snorted the bath salts and then ate off the other guy's face, how much stuff did he snort before he got to the bath salts that got him really high? You know what I mean?
Know.
He had
Why
to
would you snort a condom? There's cocaine.
Yeah.
Don't they do that now? Snort condoms?
That's the new teen challenge. That's threatening the nation.
Yeah, that's why I still buy condoms. I don't use them for when I have sex. I just store my cocaine.
I'm almost 30 and I am still a fucking complete moron. But when I was in my teens from 12 to 19, at no point ever would I go, let's fucking just eat this Tide Pod or drink some Tide. Or, hey, look at these fucking Durex condoms. Let's put it up my nose and pull it out my mouth because I'm fucking bored. Who the fuck does that? How bored are kids?
It did make me feel weird when I heard about the Tide Pod thing because for years I always thought like fabric softener looked delicious to drink, and obviously I didn't do it, but it made me think of that. Like I'd look at fabric softener, I'm like, oh, it's like blue and creamy. I know it would fucking kill me, but it looks good.
I'm like, yo, Jay, you a Tide guy? He's like, fuck nah, bro, I'm Gain all the way, son. I'm like, okay, all right.
Yeah, I noticed just last night they make Gain pods now, so
Gotta get in on that
go
action.
eat some of those.
For people who eat that too.
Yeah.
It's so funny. I eat Tide Pods, ironically.
I always
You'd be like,
thought
God,
I
what is wrong with this
that
fucking
point.
generation?
I always thought the Tide Pods looked cool. I like to squish them inside the bag, you know, with my
Yeah.
fingers. I walked by, but I never thought, I wonder. Let's eat one of those and see what.
Whatever happened to just smoking a joint? Is that like out of style now? Maybe I don't know.
It's too
Well,
easy.
yeah.
Well, it's illegal. First for a lot, it's illegal.
Depends what state you're in on the federal level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, eating these would be legal. Fucking idiocracy bullshit.
Fuck you, mom.
It's like,
Oh my
kids
God.
are just looking for new.
Hey, I
new
just
ways.
smell good now. You eat this.
It's like, let me just do a line of coke and then stick my head in a barrel of gas and see how this goes.
Folks, just
Like
go
when I
back
was
to
a kid,
cocaine.
most of those weird trends and stuff or dangerous things that kids supposedly did, like they were all made up bullshit. Like I'd watch the news and they'd be like talking about kids my age, and be like they call it, I don't know, and something, and then I'd be like, I've never known anyone that ever did that. And it's just like from one isolated incident or something, and it just blew up. It's like, are kids doing this? No.
I try and buy this shit, and they're like, "Are you 18? Are you gonna like get high off?" I'm like, I have to fucking clean electronics. What? No, I'm gonna go get cocaine.
That's the same thing with buying spray paint. I buy spray paint to paint these masks. I show up at the thing with 3 cans of spray paint. They're looking at me like, "Oh my God, you know
this
this
dude's
guy,
about to get turned."
yeah, this guy's going to get ripped." You know, they're like, we need to see your ID, and we need to clear this, and we need. I'm like, it's freaking spray paint.
Walmart's the greatest. No one even buys really CDs anymore, just because there's like Spotify and Pandora and YouTube and all that stuff. And I'll pick up a Metallica album that I want to rebuy that's like $5, like Ride the Lightning or Master of Puppets, and I'll be like, "Can I have this?" They're like, "Are you 18? Do you want to kill anybody? Where's your mom?" I'm like, Can I just buy this, please? Thanks.
Just from a CD?
Yeah, buy a Metallica album at Walmart and look like you're like 15. They'll be like, "Are you going to commit a crime, sir?"
I don't even think Ride the Lightning had a parental advisory on it.
No, but just because it's Metallica.
Yeah. Metallica don't even curse in their songs.
Yeah.
Barb, he's got the devil music. He's coming up.
But lightning is very violent. It's a very violent image.
Particularly when you're riding it. When you ride it, I mean,
It's not for the faint of heart, that's for sure.
Pierce Nightshade wants to know, so what is everyone here's favorite kind of music? And then Pierce mentions Mogwai, which I'm a huge Mogwai fan.
What's that?
They're like they're like a metal band, but there's no singing. It's very atmospheric. It's very hard, but like there's no vocals. It's all instrumental. It's really cool stuff. Really good stuff.
Okay. So they're new?
No, they've been around for a while.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They got a lot of good albums out there. What's your go-to okay, well, the question back in the day was what CDs are in your CD player back when they were CD players. So if I asked you that today, what music would be whatever the equivalent of 2018 is of what CDs are in your CD player today?
What's on your YouTube playlist?
There you go. Exactly.
I still use iTunes. I'm going to assume that's like ancient by now. I guess nobody uses iTunes.
Shut up, Grandpa! With your fucking iTunes.
We'll get to everyone.
I thought I was cutting edge using iTunes.
We'll get to musical taste here in a second, but there's YouTube, Spotify, and Pandora. But actually, Apple's going to release something like Spotify, Cole, and it's going to blow up bigger because everyone loves Macintosh and Apple. So it's going to be bigger
Yeah, I
than
know.
Spotify.
I saw the Apple thing. I get the things for them, but I don't like the we've said this a million times on the show. Like people of our generation older, we want to actually own stuff. We don't want to just pay a monthly fee for access to things.
Right.
That's all it is. It's just like pay a monthly fee and you can listen to all you want. I'm like, yeah, but you don't own it.
We'll get to who we like in music in a second. But if you really want to support your artist, sorry, because I know I just cut you off. Go see them in concert and buy all their T-shirts in your size. There you go.
Well, let me ask you guys this. what was the last actual physical CD that you bought?
I think for me, the last actual physical CD that I bought was, I think, the Beatles' "Let It Be" album, the reissue CD.
Metallica Death Magnetic.
Those are really good CDs that they've done over the last few years for all those Beatles records and stuff.
I can tell you what the next LP is that I buy, and that's Waxwork Records Friday the 13th Part 5 soundtrack. That will be my next LP purchase because I'm a hipster. If it's not vinyl, it's not real music.
Yeah.
There,
Oh, sorry, this isn't Let It Be. This is Abbey Road.
If it's too loud, you're too old.
It's the Abbey Road album there, the famous. But
And I can't even remember, man. It's been so long. It's been like 3 years.
I'm trying to. I mean, literally, I've bought LPs since the last time I bought CDs. I've stumbled across like the Lost Boys soundtrack at a used bookstore, and I'm like, hey, I'm going to buy on LP. I'm going to get this. You know what I mean?
My CDs are all right here, though. They're all like, I guess I look like I'm frozen in time because it's not like my CDs are packed away. They're all like right in front of me out in this room, like in their towers and stuff. That's why this was so easy to grab. So.
Usually I buy soundtracks back in the day, so it'd probably be like the Ramble 4 soundtrack or the Bubba Hotep soundtrack.
Down a few soundtracks, mostly on vinyl, though. And I buy vinyl, yeah, I'm sure everybody's surprised by that.
You
Why?
do or you don't?
Well, I mean, I'm sure no one's surprised because
You don't buy vinyl, or you do?
Oh no, I said I do. I said I buy vinyl, and I'm sure everybody's really surprised.
Of course you do.
Yeah.
No, I don't. No, that's cool. I like vinyl, but when motherfuckers are like, "Well, I have no space for DVDs, and I gotta get more vinyl, and let me suck your cock for some voodoo codes," I'm like, no, I'm
That's a kind of
when it-
person.
That's
That's a specific
person
sort of
that's
person.
important. Yeah.
If someone's gonna do that, I gotta collect voodoo codes.
Yeah.
Where are voodoo codes? I gotta start.
I guess they like
I have a lot of fun.
more than they like vinyl.
Yeah.
Oh, I do remember the last CD I bought. Jeremy found it at a used bookstore. It was the Crow soundtrack on CD.
Oh, nice. That's a great.
Okay, but what about that? That is a good soundtrack. But what about new album? I bought Death Magnetic from not Death Magnetic, Metallica's newest album, whatever the fuck it's called. Help me.
Saint Anger. No, that's
Supposed to
No,
far.
not so.
Fuck.
Well, whatever.
Wasn't it? I don't remember.
Hardwired. Self-destruct. There we go.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, no idea.
I don't remember what the last new CD I bought was. I really don't.
New CD. Jesus.
I remember.
That would have been like 2007 or something for me.
I had a flashback of buying the Cranberries record, a CD back in the day that had Zombie on it and stuff, because I was thinking about
Didn't she die recently?
Dolores Claiborne passed away.
Wait,
No.
her name was Dolores Claiborne?
Or no, wait, her name was Dolores O'Riordan. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Yeah. That would have been weird.
Are we talking books or music?
But I remember I bought that CD because I loved the song Zombie, and there was another song on there that I
hate
really
the
liked
song.
too.
Zombie.
But I remember I was like, I walked out from buying it, and like my grandma was sitting outside where they had all the arcade, just sitting on one of those benches, and I sat down next to her and I opened it up, and she kind of was looking at it, and there was like a couch on the CD.
Yeah.
It's odd. There's a couch on it. And she reached over and she kind of rubbed her fingers on the couch, and she was like, Like, I don't know why. That was just like a weird, one of those just random memories that just pop in your head, because I was thinking about Dolores O'Riordan dying. And
Was it Salvation? I hate that. In fact, Salvation and Zombie sound the same to me.
it wasn't Salvation. It was, I think Salvation was on that record though. Whatever it was the first track. I think it was something about a song for my family or something like that, or something about family. I don't remember.
Going back to
I
that
thought that was
guy's
a really good
question,
song.
though, I listen to anything except country. Like, Merle Haggard is okay, mainly just because I like the song that's in The Strangers, but country is dog shit for the most part. Other than that, I like electronic, I like gangster rap, I like heavy metal.
Cruise.
Tom Cruise is fucking epic. People don't know about him at all, and it's hilarious. Pop is good. I like R&B when R. Kelly isn't pissing on people. It's all good, man. It's
Well,
when is R. Kelly not pissing on people is the question.
well, when is he doing it on people who are over the age of 16?
That's
Too
true
soon?
too. That's
was
true.
he doing it when he was singing Gotham City?
Consent. That's what he needs to get.
I like to think he's not when he's talking about how happy Gotham City is. He wasn't pissing on people.
There's so much good music though. You go like from the Beatles, then you have Zeppelin and Sabbath, then you
He's
have
still
like
like functionally illiterate.
R. Kelly.
R. Kelly.
Oh,
Like he can barely read. Like for a long time he was fully illiterate. Now he's
No,
it's true.
that's
When he
what-
was like at the top of his game and hitting all those hit records and everything like that, he couldn't read at all.
you guys can name your favorite music shit because I kind of did mine, but like it's amazing. That's the best part about America. Like Floyd Mayweather's like 5'2", and like he can't read a line of like in a book, but he's like, so he'll be like, yo, like some guy will be like, yo, Floyd, you can't even fucking read a poem that has 3 lines in it, bitch. And he'll be like, bitch, here's a check for $100 million, and he'll post it on his Instagram. He's just
well, going back what you're
Yeah, I like how
asking
he
before.
flouts
you know.
No, going back what you asked before, or actually the last CD was someone sent me the new Stan Bush CD because he came up with a new CD, Stan Bush. So that was the last new one.
I have no idea what the last new one I got.
Tell you what a great soundtrack is Savage Streets. You guys ever heard the Savage Streets soundtrack?
I
No.
have not.
It's great. Every track on it.
Hmm.
I forget the guy's name that did most of the music, but it's really good.
You got a lot of them. I know Rambo's big into this. We probably all are to some extent, but Rocky 4, Mortal Kombat, Top Gun. There's a lot of good ones. Space Jam is even good. Batman Forever. Don't even hate on that one, man.
Batman
Steel Kiss
Forever was-
Rose.
Yeah, Batman Forever was a good
The
song.
soundtrack I own from that era is the Angus soundtrack, a 1995 movie called Angus. I really like that soundtrack. There's a great song from a band called Love Spit Love called Am I Wrong? That's how the movie opens. So people remember the opening of the movie. It's cool because the song has like I think it has like it's some strings and orchestral part in it. And what they did is they integrated that section of the song into because it opens with a high school football game and it's like halftime and it has the band on the field. Anyway, I have that soundtrack that I got a present years ago, and it has a lot of cool sort of like 90s alternative stuff that I'm into.
Kind of an odd movie though.
I always liked that movie.
It's like a coming of age thing with the big bone boy.
Yeah, just basically he's like a loser who sort of fights back, I guess. Well, he's not really a loser. That's the point, right? He's just ostracized just because, he's a big guy and he's into science. Like, he's going to get accepted for some scholarship for science and stuff. I don't know. I like it. And the girl he crushes on is Lex from Jurassic Park.
Jay, can I get a real talk?
Real talk.
Is your favorite movie and soundtrack still 8 Mile? Mom Spaghetti.
Yo. Mom Spaghetti.
He's nervous, but when he gets nervous, Mom Spaghetti. Pop.
No, I think my favorite soundtrack is probably Demon Knight.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a very good one. Yeah.
It's a great opening too. That's got like "Hey Man, Nice Shot" on the opening with
Yeah.
that awesome bass.
The Cemetery Gates by
Cemetery
Pantera.
Gates,
I
yeah.
wish I would have met Cole. Now it's
That is a great freaking soundtrack, man. Great freaking soundtrack.
I don't know.
Great
I like
soundtrack.
obviously it's kind of on the nose, but Empire Records soundtrack. All that again, 90s alternative stuff, but some odd stuff too. There's like Guar and stuff.
I love the Drive soundtrack.
Mm-hmm.
I was listening to A Real Hero yesterday.
That's a good one to drive to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got into. Well, that's not really new wave, but the sort of new wave stuff. That's what a lot of the records I buy are. I buy a lot of like new wave records from like Blondie and stuff like that. Talking Heads.
Cool.
It's more like I do like some of the music, but it's more like I just kind of like the culture around the music even more than I like the music itself. I just thought it was, I wish I could like time travel back to like go to CGBGs at like 1978 or something like that. I dig that whole scene. It's kind of cool.
If Mike was here, he'd probably be like the Beach Boys.
They were my favorite band as a kid. When
I'm
I was
just
a
joking,
kid,
Mike.
Beach Boys were I know because he's old. But they were my
No,
favorite
I love
band
the
when I
Beach
was a
Boys.
kid.
Yeah, I saw the movie the other day, Brian Wilson movie
Yeah, I know.
years ago.
Something Love. Something Love.
Yeah,
Love
whatever.
Title.
Predator, and Beverly Hills Cop have really good soundtracks too. This
What?
shit will turn you into Tyrannosaurus.
I don't want to alarm anybody.
I don't remember the Predator soundtrack. It's just a bunch of
Little
stuff
Richard, dude,
with,
when they're
like,
in the
Long Tall
helicopter.
Sally. Yeah, Long Tall
I don't-
Sally or whatever.
I don't want to alarm anybody, but the hashtag Fire Orc is trending in the chat right now.
Damn.
Oh man,
And
they don't like your musical taste, or
Oh
if you
no.
only knew how much money we had to spend to get him back, I just
Yeah.
don't know that it's.
I signed on the dotted line, man. Can't get rid of me now.
It's not financially viable.
Like
Don't
I
worry,
said,
we'll be sponsored by Advil too, and we'll give it out.
it's enough money he's building a McDonald's like Richie Rich, like I said, right in his basement.
oh yeah, he had one like in his house, didn't he?
Yeah,
Is this the Macaulay Culkin movie?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I gotta watch that again.
Oh man.
Well, not the movie. I just meant the scene. I like the scene.
It's a pretty terrible movie, but you know, it's from that era, so I kind of enjoy it anyway.
Yeah, the
So, it
downward
was so
spiral,
So on the nose for Macaulay Culkin to play him.
the downward spiral of Macaulay. I should do a documentary about him.
That's
I'd
the
love
next
to know
show.
what all happened.
I always liked Kieran. I always thought Kieran was a good actor.
Kieran's still working, I think.
Yeah. He's done lots of interesting things.
Kieran, and isn't there another brother that's still working?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. He's even younger.
And because one of them was in like Signs, right? Wasn't that one of the Culkins?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I liked at the time, and now I hate.
Talented family. Who the hell names their kid Macaulay? What the hell is that shit?
If by talented you mean sticking cocaine up their nose, yeah, they're pretty talented.
You've got one defender in the chat, Orc. Jamie Michelle says no, don't fire at work. I like your Orc.
Thank you, Jamie.
Rory is the other one.
Rory Culkin, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw him in something recently.
Who started the fire orc movement?
Take a guess.
Max Punishment?
Yeah.
Dude, Max, have you seen the movie The Grudge? Ju-on, have you seen that? You just gotta let it go sometimes. Just let it go. Just let it go.
He gave you an olive branch. You broke it.
That's because I'm hungry. I like to eat at the Olive Garden. What do you want?
You've got more defenders. Rhonda Toy she's for the Me Too movement, and the Me Too means keep Orc.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Hashtag me too, because on the internet, ladies deserve the same rights, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
And then everything goes quiet for about 5
you
minutes.
do have some defenders out there, Orc. You do have some defenders.
Max Punishment asks if you've seen the movie Pwned.
That's his life. He lived
I
that.
don't know. Max, have you seen the movie These Nuts in Your Face? Oh,
Oh, damn. Wow. Violent.
Fuck your couch.
I'm just kidding, Max. Don't kill me. Jesus Christ. I think Max is actually a traveling hitman. Like, he's like, Jason Statham. That's what I picture him being like.
He's very good at killing floor too.
Well, his last name's Punishment, so it makes sense.
Yeah, there you go. There you
Hey,
go.
wait. Here's a positive thing I'll say before Max kills me. I like your Instagram. So that's... You mean pretty hard on there. Every day he goes to a new state. I'm not even joking, dude. This guy's a traveling beast.
No, or just sucked it up.
No, I'm not afraid. I'm just
He's
he's
good
got a cool
racing.
Instagram. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's cool.
There, Orc, you have your lovers, you have your detractors, I mean, that just happens, that just happens.
Trust me, I know how that goes.
You have people who very fervently support you and people who very fervently hate your freaking guts.
Rambo, well, you don't like TMNT, the new one, and I think you should just fucking kill yourself, man. Send.
Well, I mean, they also spell idiot with 2 D's, so I don't really pay much more.
Idiot.
Yeah, I guess.
Well,
that's
actually,
right.
you're wrong, Rambo, because I like this movie and you're a faggot. Send.
You got me, man. That
you
hit
give
me
any
right in the
fucking
heart.
nerd a $200 laptop piece of shit, and they can open up the world.
You just call it a fat top?
Top?
That's
That's
awesome.
Never heard that
People
before.
buy a $300 fat top, and they're like, "It can't run World of Warcraft on ultra setting." I'm like, "No shit," because
It's
it's your
definitely
fat
the nickname for my laptop from now on.
Fat top. I love it.
top.
I didn't think I heard that right too, but yeah, fat top.
No, people buy $200 and $300 laptops,
Just
and
for
then
porn,
they're
I
like,
guess.
"Well, I want to play the new Doom game on it," and I'm like, "Well, you
Oh.
can look at porn sites if you want." I mean,
I thought you meant it just for porn, because I was thinking, yeah, there is something kind of shameful, I guess.
I'm
but,
sure people use their Chromebooks for porn all the time, Cole.
You
I'm
know
sure
that I'm watching my
Fucking
porn on the
laptop.
same laptop where I do my writing and stuff. You're right.
Don't
Maybe
shit where you sleep.
Yeah,
That's
maybe
true.
I need
That's
a
true.
separate fat top.
That's true. A separate fat top. He needs two fat tops.
Another good word of advice from work: don't use your work laptop for being your fap top. Just buy another one.
That's
Well,
true.
That's
That's
exactly what I've
Yeah, I
been doing.
found that one
so,
out the hard way. So, yeah. Some lessons, lessons to learn hard.
Well, Orc, why don't you send us off tonight with an Orcs Corner? We've not had an Orcs Corner in a long time. Take us into Orcs Corner and send us off in style.
All right, tonight in Orcs Corner, we're gonna honor the tradition of memes and start it off the right way. If you guys could have a McGriddle with any director,
Oh my god.
no, just kidding. That was a meme. That was a meme right there. Okay. Okay.
Who can tell?
Hang on. Jesus. Give me a second. I'm teasing you guys. Okay. Here's the gotta build up. It's like the climax to a movie.
Just a tip on the fat top.
Just the tip. Okay, here we go. If you had one meme to give or say to someone, what would it be?
Where's the beef?
Wendy's. Okay, I get it. Yeah.
That will never go out of style, I'm assuming, right? That's still awesome.
Yep.
It'd be good last words.
Yep.
I gotta say, where's the beef, and then jump off Niagara Falls.
I don't know how to respond to this question.
You got it.
You know the picture when the cat's like hanging on by like one claw.
Yeah.
It's like hang on or some shit like that.
Hang in there, baby.
Yeah.
Keep on trucking's a good one.
Yep.
Watch out for the Smokies.
If you can dream it, you can meme it. Words to live by.
That's it. That's it right there.
Yep. You know? Well, we don't have to leave now. We were talking about Hostess and Little Debbie.
I know, but Orc, we've got to end the meme.
I think we've covered it.
We
We
can't.
You don't need my
We
contribution.
can't. Well, your Orcs
Shut
Corner
the
should
fuck
have.
up.
Your
This is
Orcs
my show
Corner should
now.
have
Fuck
been.
you. No.
Your
No.
Orcs Corner should have been. What's your favorite Little Debbie snack?
No, because then I'd leave out Hostess. God
Okay,
damn it.
I'll
Stop
quickly
tripping,
ask
son.
you if you guys have this. Hold on.
Your favorite snack cake?
Okay.
And I would
Yeah,
have
well-
said a Little Debbie Swiss cake roll.
And which director and actress would you like to have it with? Okay, I like ho-hos. Zebra cakes are good too, though.
I love zebra cakes. Are good.
Oh man.
Fried pie with Emma Thurman.
I bought
Oh,
some Little
Jesus.
Debbie the other day because you got the Swiss rolls.
Oh.
They're
Cole,
really
do you
nice.
know how proud that makes me to know you? Do you have any fucking idea right now?
Yeah.
Snack
And
cake.
you know what? You know what? Our audience just saw that diva side of you come out, Orc.
What?
That I've been dealing with for the past 3 weeks. That diva side
Yeah.
with these contract disputes, they've seen the diva. Okay, that's what I've had to deal with. Okay.
Well, there
I
you
can't
go.
believe you bought that, Cole, when you've got all those Vachon up in your area. I
He's
would throw
tired.
that in garbage. And go
The
buy-
That's old. It's old now. The Vachon's old. He's slumming with the Swiss cake rolls.
They're literally called snack cakes. I love
Hey,
that for some reason.
Because, like you said, you are what you eat, buddy. And I guess if I'm a diva. Yep.
So is that why you love ding dongs?
Ah,
I
Oh.
love ding dongs, bro.
Oh.
Oh.
Yo, ding dong, yo. What's that from?
I don't know.
Shit.
dude, where's
Yeah.
my car?
Jay,
Yeah.
help me. What are those chocolate pies called from Little Debbie?
You're asking me.
I don't fucking know.
Just chocolate
pies.
I didn't
Chocolate
become a Little Debbie
Chocolate
expert.
pies.
I just bought these.
fudge
That's-
rounds.
Fudge
maybe?
rounds, Fiznos. God, Fizz is my go-to Little Debbie connoisseur. What the fuck? But yeah.
Okay.
I remember now. It's from the beginning of the music video for "Fat" by Weird Al Yankovic. Where one of the big black guys comes up to him and he's like, "Holy, remember they're trying to give him all this food?" And he's like, "No, thanks," and all this stuff. And one of the guy goes, "Yo, ding dong, yo, man, ding dong, yo, ding, yo, ding dong, yo." And he's like, "No,
I like his
I'm
cover.
good."
I like his cover of Beat It. He's like, don't want no Captain Crunch, don't want no Raisin Bran.
Let me ask you this, Orc.
Like 80% of Weird Al stuff is just food.
I want to ask you this, Orc, and this is a very, very serious question. I want you to think about this, okay? Hostess or Little Debbie?
Hostess
We
as
might
the
be here for a
hostess.
while.
I gave him pause.
So when
Shattered
you okay,
his
so when you think of Hostess,
Come
you've
on, they have the Twinkie. I don't know how
you've
they
got
can't win.
Twinkies, you've got those cupcakes.
Okay, first off, you're two-stepping, bitch. Okay, Twinkies are overrated. I'm gonna
Oh,
take Hostess.
What about snow cones? What about snow cones?
No, let me explain. Let me explain.
Snowballs, I mean
I'm
snowballs.
gonna let you finish. Let me explain.
All right, go.
Hostess because of ho-hos, ring dings, or ding dongs, whatever the fuck they call them. But the winner, the thing that tips the scales is Hostess donuts, the mini ones. I used to have a huge bag of those every day before school, every fucking day.
Oh, Suzy Q's are good too.
Yep.
That's why
It was for a limit.
Cool.
it
I
was
knew you
for-
had a secret.
It was for a limited time, but I like the Twinkie marshmallow ones. I'm not
I
really
don't
big.
think I ever had to have those.
That's when that fucking Ghostbusters movie was out. So for a limited time, there's like outside and inside were all just marshmallow of the Twinkie. That was
Okay,
pretty good.
favorite version of Chips Ahoy.
Old school Chips Ahoy, just classic old school Chips Ahoy.
The ones with the chocolate chunks instead of chips, bigger.
I like soft Reese's peanut butter cup, chewy Chips Ahoy.
There's a white chocolate variety. It's really good.
I don't know. I don't eat a lot of sweets, candy, or cookies anymore.
No, I don't
I don't
anymore either. That's why this was so different.
Recently,
I just eat chips, but I had to buy.
I've been eating ice cream, like the cheesecake strawberry ice cream.
Ooh.
Mm.
All right, Rambo, let's dive deeper into this part of your brain.
It's like cheesecake with a little bit of strawberry and like some graham crackers. It's like a
Are you a Ben and Jerry's guy? Haagen-Dazs? Do you like store
whatever's
brand?
cheapest.
Okay, so
Whatever's
store brand.
cheapest.
But do
I
you
got
step it
I
up
got
a little
tour of
bit?
Ben and Jerry's factory once.
You did.
Yeah, in Vermont. There's a factory tour there. I went on
But
it.
Rambo, do you ever spend the extra few dollars and go from store brand to Breyers or Dryers? Go to one of those, like
I
take it
eat
up.
Breyers. That's my ice cream Breyers.
I haven't had those, but I don't know. The cheap ice cream tasted good to me, so I don't care. If you
Right.
just go, ice cream's ice cream. Man.
No, it's not. That's a complete lie. No. Have you ever had half baked or the new fudge, the peanut butter?
No,
The fudge cores from Ben and Jerry's.
no.
That would be the best $3 or $4.
I'm
you're
not.
gonna
A,
spend
I'm
in
not a fan of fudge.
Oh, my God.
What is it? Fudge core?
I don't
Yeah.
eat a lot of chocolate, honestly. I'm just. It's not that I dislike chocolate. I just don't eat a lot of chocolate anymore.
What is your favorite flavor of ice cream, Rambo?
Yeah, it hurts me
TSF
too
is
much.
dying tonight.
My kids are already wrecked. I can't have more.
Vanilla?
I like
vanilla.
coffee myself.
I like vanilla
Like
ice cream.
I get French vanilla ice cream.
Or maybe like cookies and cream once in a while. Cookies and
Ooh.
cream ice cream.
Okay,
I like,
okay.
Okay,
Blue
everybody
Tricks.
just say what their Blizzard is, and we can go.
I was gonna say, what's your favorite flavor Blizzard? That was-
Cheese
Cookie
bar.
dough. Cookie dough.
I like.
I say fuck what you have up there. Give me a Twist Blizzard and put in cookie dough bites and Reese's peanut butter cups, and that's what I get.
This
That's
is
cool.
good, but okay.
Yeah, peanut butter cups are good too.
Ooh.
That's a close one because I love the Butterfinger ones, but I love the cookie dough ones too. That's a tough one, man.
Crispy Crunch was my favorite when I was younger.
I'd just say give
I'd
me-
have to
get-
side. I'd have to side with cookie dough though.
I just say don't give me a large Blizzard, just give me a large drink cup, and then make it chocolate and vanilla ice cream, and just throw every scoop of everything you have in there, and I'll see if I
haven't
make it
had-
back.
I can't do that.
I can't answer. I haven't had a Blizzard in like 10 years.
All right,
I
start
haven't had a
someone
Blizzard
start
in
a
like a
donation.
year, but I remember it well because like I ordered a medium when I really shouldn't have, and it nearly killed me finishing it. Like I nearly died. Like my head was gonna explode. I was like, I paid for this. But, but yeah, I think I need a small most of the time.
All right, guys. Well, let's call it a night. We've been memeing for
Hang on, wait. What's your
about
favorite
3
flavor of
hours.
Gatorade?
Red G2.
I like strawberry watermelon.
I like all the frost flavors.
I'll just say good old fashioned fruit punch.
As long as it's G2.
Ooh.
Orange or fruit punch, I guess.
Yeah.
I haven't had Gatorade like 10 years.
I've
either.
not had
This
Gatorade.
is-
I've not had
This
Gatorade.
is what we're gonna leave this show on, okay? Piz, I'm in
Listen.
control now. I'm the captain now. Okay, Propel, Gatorade, or Powerade.
I've not had any of the above in a long time. The last time I drank energy drink, or the last time I drank Gatorade or Powerade was right after I got over food poisoning, and that's a time in my life I don't want to remember. So,
What's your favorite type of food poisoning?
the kind where I'm puking my guts out all freaking night.
The kind where it's from a Chinese restaurant. That's my favorite.
And
Didn't
what
you-
director would you have it with?
John Woo.
John Woo. I'd want it. You'd want it in slow motion. I'd want it like sped up. Give me
I'd like to barf all over you, Bull.
Michael Bay. I'll puke on him.
Okay. What director would you puke on, Orc?
Actually, if I'm being honest, I would puke with what's his name, Jackson.
Well, you're both going to be puking. So,
Yeah. So
what director would
So,
you
yeah.
puke on and possibly be puked on by as well?
That's a really tough question.
Jackson.
I like a lot of the new Masters of Horror, but I don't.
Eli Roth.
Yes, it has to be him. I'm sorry. Like I appreciate what he does for the genre, but his stuff just is shitty. It's bad. Now, who would I like to have Chinese food and not puke up, while having Chinese food with? James Wan. That would be a good time. He'd be like, he's like all, got the whole Asian thing going on, but he's from Australia, so he's like, oh, I might get me some.
He told exactly what
MSG.
fuck out that to you, right? Yes.
Hi, mate. Orc, we're going to be shooting Insidious 53 in 2 weeks. You want to come on set? It's coming from this guy who's like 4 or 5 and he's Asian.
We know he's Asian, yes.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Let's call it a night. We could talk about puking for another 3 hours.
Oh man.
No, wait. One last question. What is
God.
Oh
your
my
favorite?
god. This is
What
the last.
your favorite? No, this one fucking matters, boys. This is what matters.
This is the 5th last question.
This is no. Well,
This is the last.
do you think things would have happened in life if people didn't keep questioning authority and thinking of inventions? No, Rambo. So the last question of the night
What's that to
is:
do with this?
what is your favorite pizza topping? I have to go with bacon, and not that Canadian bacon bullshit, Cole. You know what I'm talking about. It doesn't count.
I didn't
Pepperoni.
invent it.
Well, I don't know. Someone did.
Pepperoni for me.
Almonds.
I feel like we've said this like so many times.
No.
Gucci.
No. Tried to go to Pizza Hut. I said no.
Good old pepperoni, Orc. Good old pepperoni.
Pepperoni? Okay. Now you may end the show, Piz.
Okay.
With your permission.
Thank you, Diva. I'm gonna start calling you Mariah.
Stop it. No,
Don't
I
look
actually sing my own songs, Piz. Please. That's disgraceful.
All right, guys. Well, you guys, thanks for tuning in tonight, guys. Thanks for keeping the chat nice and lively. It's been a good one. It's been a fun show.
Instead of J-Lo's Orko.
There you go, Orko. There you go. With his Luke. Is that Luke Kang? Is that Luke
That's
Kang?
Liu Kang, dude.
Okay.
Bicycle kick.
All right, well,
Orko, you're from He-Man.
you guys have a great week. We will see you again maybe next Thursday. I don't know. Contracts have to be signed. We'll see. But have a great
My
week.
money.
We'll see you again soon. And peace.
I want to be paid.